Hello. I really like this game. I thought I was gonna wait until next weekend to play it more, but it's a lot of fun. And also, I kind of have a bit of a headache today, so I didn't really want to do anything like productive, I guess. I don't know. Okay, let me see. Oh, I have to fix my tablet real quick. It is not, the workspace is not set up. 1 second. Sorry. Work area, monitor 2. There we go. That's better. I think. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, I don't know if this is going to be the last stream of this or not, but we'll see. I feel like I'm getting close to the ending. Um, that said, I don't know, the last few chapters they didn't really do that much, so maybe the next few chapters will be a little bit more involved. There were like a bunch of chapters that were just like lore dumps and then didn't do anything else after that. 10 years ago, a man named Sissel took a little girl named Lynn hostage and then was killed by a meteorite fragment. Okay, so first off, before I continue, I gotta say, I don't think we're Sissel. Well, I mean, obviously we're not, because he said that that's not our name, that's not what we're known as. But I also think that we are not him. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's happening with that. I feel like we are, for some reason, we think we're Sissel, but we're not. We're somebody else because we don't know our backstory yet, still. So tonight, a man named Sissel met a detective named Lynn at, at a junkyard on the edge of town, and then was killed by a bullet. Well, obviously, yeah, I guess it doesn't make sense because Sissel was the person who. So how could he have died twice? But the scene I find waiting for me in the other end of the phone line feels like the final nail in the coffin for the of my lost memory. Yeah, there he is. He's still alive, apparently. I see. Myself. There you are, Commander Sith. Finally. Sissel, where have you been, my good man? We've been looking everywhere for you. Oh, I guess they did call him Sissel. So, had a little bit of unfinished business to take care of. Didn't think it would take this long. What about your people? I'm sure they went out of their way to mess me up. I say, I believe we fulfilled every one of your conditions in our little deal. What right do you have to complain about anything outside of our bargain? We can talk about that when we get together. This will be our last communication by telephone. We'll arrive in 1 hour. I look forward to seeing you, Sissel. Dawn is approaching. The darkness surrounding my own mystery is deep, but I know it's always darkest before the dawn. These guys again. Yes. We're nearing the final stages of our little deal, my good man. Yes, sir. All preparations are complete, sir. And we just had a report, sir. The lights have been spotted, sir. Have they now? By all means, let me have a look. It's so goofy. Yes, we're very close. We will now disconnect from the communication cable and have no service until we arrive, sir. My internet must be a bit shaky lately. I keep disconnecting and reconnecting to chat. Very well. In a submarine. Nice try, Inspector Cabanela. But you could never stop me. See you, sucker. Now I guess we have to save Inspector Cabanela. Oh, what's this? So, that submarine guy and his people have a deal going with me, do they? If that's the case, they probably aren't the ones who killed me, right? Anyways, there's definitely something behind the inspector's death. I think I better talk to him. Yeah, I mean... Hold up. We can finally get up to this now. Top of this bookshelf is lined with books. This top one is balanced so precariously, it's a wonder it doesn't fall off. How'd the old pigeon guy even reach up here? I wonder if he made his pigeon fetch it for him. Okay. I guess let's just talk to him. I'm curious what the heck's going on here. ... Hey, do you think you could wake up for me? ... Oh boy, still unconscious, huh? Guess he hasn't been dead for very long. I'll just go ahead and go back 4 minutes before his death. I'm a little nervous about what I might see there, though. But if that's where I'm gonna find my answers, I can't run away from it. Rewind time. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. That's good, boy. Gee, a hostage sure is a handy thing. Gives me complete control over the top police inspector in the country. What's the matter? All those broken bones smart a bit? I didn't read that properly, sorry. Starting to smart a bit, maybe? I don't know. What's it like to feel pain? Does it make you feel alive? Why are you doing this? Now that's the kind of question for a top inspector to ask, isn't it obvious? Revenge, of course. Revenge to all the people who stole my life away 10 years ago. Don't be ridiculous. It was a meteorite that stole your life. Or have you forgotten that? Wrong. Apparently doesn't feel that. I was murdered by all of you. Detective Jode, who chased me down and forced me into a corner, even though I was innocent. Lynn, that girl who was right there where I was running. Lynn, she was just an innocent little girl playing in the park. If that brat hadn't been there, I never would have thought of taking the hostage. That's the most self-centered garbage I've ever heard. Yeah, that is pretty. And finally, you, Inspector Cabanela. Me? If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. What did he do? You were so proud of your spotless record. In my case, it was the one blot on it, wasn't it? Only two people know the real truth, me and Detective Jode. I bet tonight's execution will be quite a relief to you, won't it? One of the people who know about the stain of your record will disappear for good. And that's why you didn't help him escape from prison. That's the kind of guy you are. I got nothing to say to you. You will never listen anyways. Ye gods. Now then, Inspector. Time to make a big red stain on your spotless white coat. This was another condition of my deal, to wipe out everyone who knew about Temsic. We're obviously going to have to deal with another paranormal, whatever the heck. Revenge? That's what I'm up to? None of this makes any sense. Hey, man. Mind telling me what's going on? Inspector Cabanela, he's awake. My head's spinning, baby. Am I to understand that Cabanela character who just got shot as me? That's right. You're supposed to be the scoundrel there who just shot me. I guess so. But you couldn't be, could you? After all, the guy in the red suit just walked out the door, right? So, who are you? I guess I just have to face it. I'm not that Sissel guy. I'm somebody who's searching for himself. That's why I'm here to save you. At the very least, you have information about the guy in red. Information I need. So you came on a rescue mission now, did you? Nothing like the sound of that, baby. Because there's a very important life here somewhere. A life valuable to this nation. Okay, do your thing, baby. Oh yeah, just this. Okay. So you a manipulator too? I have ghost tricks, power of the dead, yeah, but I can't control living creatures. Anywho, I think you'd better be very careful. That guy in red is a manipulator. Naturally, he knows about powers like yours. If he realizes you're here, things might get a little sticky. You're right, I better be careful. Look at him. There's something emanating from his body. Is it really a sign of having special powers of the dead? I missed my chance. Okay, I see. Let's go back. I want to go downstairs. Well, I want to try to go downstairs. We'll see if that's the right thing to do or not. The heck happened down here? Look at this place. What in the world happened here? I think I'm starting to remember. Something bad happened here. Now there's another death lying here. What? Another death? Didn't I tell you from the start? Didn't I tell you there's a very important life valuable to the nation here? Thought you were talking about you. I'm just a crazy character in a white coat, baby. The pigeon man is dead. Hey, come to think of it, where's that old pigeon guy? Excuse me. You awake? This one's awake. Of course. I never sleep during work hours. Professor, do you recognize me? There's only one crazy character in a white coat that I know of. He hasn't lost his memory. I'm not the type who likes losing things. But never mind that. Cabanela, this is quite a surprising guest you've brought with you. Pretending like he didn't just blow up the place. Are you talking about me? Oh, this is a different guy. And I'm his guest, actually. Said he came to rescue us. Unlike you and my sharp friend. Unlike you, my sharp friend, he still hasn't gotten his memory back. Pitiful. Ouch, that hurts. Anyways, now we'll be going back to 4 minutes before your death in order to change your fate, that is. But aren't we already in the past, man? We can go back even further. I've done it before. I just don't see a path to saving Inspector Cabanela, but if we go back further, maybe I'll find a lead. Okay, then we gotta save 2 lives. How many times do I have to tell you, Professor? This place is dangerous. Don't be daft. I can't leave now. He's completely dead, but just as I thought, I'm getting a reading. This is the source of his powers. If I remove it... He's not dead. He's just not there. The true form of this manipulator isn't something you can detect. It's a spirit. Ridiculous. So you figured it all out, huh? You're a clever man, Inspector Cabanela. So it's really true. You wasted a lot of time tonight because of you, Inspector. But it's all just like you said. I died 10 years ago. This body is just a vessel, a shell. I control everything, this shell, people, just like I control the Justice Minister and Lynn. So it's true. You were manipulating my baby that time. You made her shoot your shell. But why? Why would you do something like that? To create conclusive evidence, you know, on that security tape. Now she's a murderer too. She'll suffer just like Zhao did. Now then, Professor. I'm afraid it's time for you to die. I don't have any grudge against you. I'm even grateful to you. Oh yeah? So why don't you let me live then? I'll be leaving this country forever tonight, but before I do, I need to erase all the evidence that these powers of mine exist. Along with the contraption in this room. This time, the thing will work the way it was meant to, and it'll be all over. Cupid won't turn this time. He'll shoot his little arrow this way. Professor, look out! Oh, he rigged it to explode. Dynamite, huh? When did the devil put that in there? He planned it all out tonight. Having my baby shoot him, having his corpse disappear. His corpse disappeared? That medical examiner, remember him? He was a complete and utter imposter. Yeah, he seemed it. He said he was going to take the corpse back to the lab, but he'd already made a deal with the manipulator to meet him and give him back his body. But I wasn't going to let that happen, baby. You saw through their plan, huh? I noticed right away their medical examiner didn't know the first thing about examining a body. I knew he was a fake, so I tracked him down and bought him off. Had him smuggle the corpse to this room. I thought we could find the source of his powers. Of course, never in my wildest dreams did I think the abilities were powers of the dead. Anyways, there isn't much time. He's leaving the country before dawn, and I'm gonna follow him, of course, after I save you two. Something's been nagging at the back of my mind. I remember what Ray said to me tonight. He said the spirits cease to exist when the day breaks. But if that's true, how could a spirit from 10 years ago still be here? No time for thinking now, baby. Action is the name of the game. Work your magic and take us back even further into the past. Further? further than... Oh, no, to this. I see. Okay, what do we got here? All right, man. Jump in there and stop that explosion, would you? Easy enough for you to say. Foolish of you to say, too. If you stop the explosion, it'll just do me in some other way. Fair enough. Jump in there and take care of the man in red, would you? I repeat, easy enough for you to say. Most likely impossible to boot. That huge explosion didn't even make him bat an eye. What do you propose then, Professor? Pray tell. Your best bet is to save me during the explosion without him noticing. Easy enough for you to say. Sheesh, what's with all these people? Anywho, jump in there and do something. I mean, I can release the, this. This is probably my best bet. Let's try it. Time is passing, I know. As you perhaps already noticed, time is running out, baby. Yeah, no perhaps about it, I know. But you know, there aren't a whole lot of things I can use my ghost tricks on in here. Looks like it's all over. Unless I find another path, I'm sort of in a deadlock here. I mean, I'm gonna release him through the... Sissel, hey, I know that voice. Help me. Where are you? Find me before I'm carried away. So the frail call... a friend of yours? Yep, a little guy that looks a little fragile, but has strength that would surprise you. Who's asking you to find him? And before he's carried away, no less. But I'm almost out of time. Should I look for him? I'm gonna stick to my plan. Sissel, there he is again. Farewell. Sounds like your little pal was carried away. Where was he? Maybe you should have tried to find him somehow. Maybe you should have looked around, you know, from corner to corner, baby. Now what? Maybe I should start over. Oh. Oh, it doesn't open downwards. Okay. Alright, where's the sun? Oh, probably in here. How do I get down there, though? It's definitely, missile. He's probably in this garbage can. Okay. No. Dang it. The button was in the way. I wanted to scroll the screen, but I hit the button instead. Oh, come on, man. Okay. There he is. Sissel, here I am. Oh, hey, it's Missile. What are you doing there? You really have to ask? Seriously, are you really going there? No, that's okay. Never mind. Anyways, I need your powers. Will you help me out? Of course. Here, let me come join you. Okay, here I am, Sissel. Now maybe things will flow in a new direction. Even though the flow of the sewer is a little bit stinky. Okay. Okay, but now what? I can't change these two things. Let's talk. Do you remember how to use my powers? Yeah, you can swap things that have the same shape, right? Well, to be precise, I can swap things that look like they have the same shape. What's the difference? As I was being carried away by the wind, falling into the river, I realized something. If you look at things from different angles, they look different. You know, that's a pretty good point. For a little doggy who came in from sewage. You can get around everywhere, man. Measuring device. There's this up here. This. Something that looks square from a different angle, maybe. Ooh, this is pretty good. Those squeaky guys are making a fuss about something. Sissel, my animal instincts are starting to surface. You mean you want to chase them? I think you have to be alive to do that. There must be some kind of rat feast in the trash can. Those things usually make a bigger commotion than that. A bigger commotion, huh? Yeah, I wanna swap these. Oh boy. Now that's what I call some proper commotion. They're making a trash can dance. They're making that trash can dance. Truth be told, I feel a bit like dancing now myself. It's getting harder and harder to hold back my wild instincts. What a dangerous bunch. Okay, let's stop that explosion. No, we can't do that. Okay, let's take care of that man in red then. No, we can't do that either. Can't do this, we can't do that. What can we do? We let the explosion happen, then we rescue the old pigeon guy without the man in red noticing. And your powers are the key to all that, Missile. Oh, I don't know about that, but I'll do my best. We're talking about a matter of seconds. We can't miss our chance. Okay, this. We can swap here. I don't want to swap. I just want to... Oh, whoops. Well, this will work. I just don't know about the timing. I mean, I'm pretty sure this will work. Probably should get over here, I guess. Is this too early? Zero feels pretty close. Swap? No, I think that was good. Sorry, little pigeon. As for you, Inspector, I have a little job for you. Can't move. I think I have 4 or 5 broken bones. I don't mind. It won't prevent me from manipulating you. Might make it hurt a little bit when I move you, though. Quite a bit, actually. Damn you. I can't believe it. You lot actually pulled it off. Sorry, Inspector Cabanela, couldn't do anything to help you. And there I am, a poor broken heap of arms and legs. But no matter, I enjoyed the show. The magic disappearing act, that is. Nothing like it, baby. Yeah, except, unlike a normal magic trick, I'm the one who managed to vanish without a trace here. Okay. Fate averted. What's the matter? You look like you'd rather be dead. Not that you aren't. I was just remembering the fact that right about now, the real me has given poor Justice Minister a real fright. On that phone call, yeah, he was pretty upset. Excuse me, mister. You really shouldn't be mean like that. What's this lively little creature? Oh, that's a little doggy warrior who keeps Camilla safe. Or he would be, if he was actually still full of life. Camilla? Gods in heaven, what a terrible thing. That poor little girl taken hostage. It's a cruel twist of fate indeed. Wait just a minute, Miss Camilla is a hostage? Yes, we're sorry, little warrior. Miss Camilla, a hostage? What's a hostage? Anyways, Inspector Cabanela, it's time to save your life now. Couldn't get very far when you tried before, am I right? But this time's different, right, Sissel? That's right, with us working together, it's a whole different situation. We'll save the Inspector in white, and then we'll go rescue Camilla, okay? Okay, let's hurry up and get through this. Gee, kids, you're making me feel like an afterthought. Alright, let's get started. Inspector Cabanela is upstairs, so our first step is to get up there. Sissel, I'll go up first and wait for you. Okay, lovey-dove. We need your help here. Carry this measuring device upstairs. It has Mr. Ghost in it, so don't drop it. What was he gonna say? You've got grit, little pigeon. I better get up there before this little pigeon's strengths give out. Missile is waiting for me. I better hurry. There you are, Sissel. Sorry for the wait, Missile. 4 minutes from now, the Inspector will be killed by a gun. You just jump in there and stop him from firing, would you? Sorry, there you go again with that stuff. Besides, it doesn't make any sense. If you stop him from firing, he'll just find some other way to kill you. Wait a minute, that sounds familiar. Yep, same situation as mine. Your best bet this time around is to allow him to shoot and then save Cabanela without him noticing. Ooh, it's even worse than last time. Anywho, jump in there and do something. Okay, I'm ready to jump in, Sissel. Don't forget, whenever you need me to use my powers, tap V. I want to look around. A knit hat. That can't be a mistake that there's multiple hats that look identical-ish. Can I reach out to that hat? I can't. I can't do anything as Sissel, man. Okay, let's see. Can at least get around as... Yeah, this isn't good. Oh, wait. He will be able to do something once this falls. This, kettle falls. Not that I know what he'll be able to do. I don't really know what to do here. Okay, now we can get here. That lets us get back here. He is going to move... Oh, he's going to move this. So if I sit in this, he'll move it, and then I'll be able to get over here. But what does that do for me? And I got to do something with missile. But what? It's too far for this. It's got to be something with these hats, man. All right, well let's get moved around as the disc lamp. Oh, did you see that? The bad Sissel turned around. Do you have to call him that? But yeah, maybe this is our chance to do some ghost tricks. This is the only time he takes his eyes off me, too. If you have something to do, then do it now. Time to take the first steps towards saving the inspector. This is a good point, actually. What do I do with this, though? What was that? Nothing. Don't even worry about it. I mean, I have this on the ground now. But what else do I do? Ooh, I'll be able to get over there. Because he's going to pull this chair forward and take a seat. Yeah, that pulls this closer. We do this. He's not looking. So we do this. Jewel the knit hat. We can move a book. Why is that useful? Swap those. Is it dangerous to swap the hat while he's looking that direction? What's our game plan here? Hold on, what is he saying? Oh, would you look at that? Right on the hook. I love knit hats, so warm and most of all so soft. Hey, now that I'm looking at it, is it the same shape as the helmet you just knocked down? Aha, I thought so. Yeah, it is, but whoops. I can't. Man. Why can't I change him? This is the helmet, right? Helmet. Did I want to do that in a different order, maybe? Maybe I didn't want to, I mean, I can rock this. I can jiggle it. I think I messed up. I think what I have to do is I have to put the knit hat over. Let's try this again. Okay, up here. I think I'm gonna leave the hat on the... Actually, hold up. I also need to be down there. Because I need to be ready to hop on that, step ladder. Huh? Get out of there, dude. Trick. Hmm? I don't understand why I can't, oh, wait. I think we're still good. Hold on. Let me just... Oh, that ain't... What's going on? Never seen the ghost world like this. So you're here, are you? You sense my presence. I noticed you think you can stop me, do you? I know why you're wearing my face, but you might as well give it up now. I control everything. Everything, including the life of this police inspector in white. Wait, don't shoot. Yeah, he shoots him. All right. Yeah. I don't understand why I couldn't swap. Hmm. Bullet. I mean, okay. Maybe I can do that. So what do I have to do here? Let's get you up here so you're out of the way. Mm-hmm. Okay. Turns around, trick. So I guess maybe I was on the right track and I just didn't realize it. I thought I was supposed to swap the helmets, but I'm supposed to swap the hat, the knit hat, and the bullet, maybe. Oops. I can't think of anything else that I should swap. Yikes, I'm a little scared right now. Why didn't he die? Because he's already dead. He died 10 years ago. I knew full well he wouldn't die if I shot him. Why'd you go through the trouble of shooting him at all? Time's almost up, but that's enough chit-chat. But now the situation has changed slightly. These last split seconds are our chance. Okay. Okay, the bullet now? I mean, I guess that's the only thing I could do. He's going to shoot. It's too late. Again, I'm going to get shot again. No, wait. Our chance is coming up. Last split second, right? Leave it to me. Would you look at that? The bullet is hanging midair between the gun and the inspector's forehead. Now's our chance. Here's the bullet. I'm here in the bullet now. Let's swap this thing with something else. What? It's our only hope. There's got to be something with the same shape and direction as the bullet. The hat. I don't think he noticed. Looks like you pulled off another magic disappearing act. And now I'll say again, I love knit hats. So warm and most of all, so soft. Did I do all right? Did a fine job, little one. You saved another life. And I'll keep doing it too, over and over. Good, Missile. What I just saw in these 4 minutes gave me all the answers I've been looking for. All our research these past 10 years pale in comparison, right, Professor? So you two were working together? That's about the size of it, yeah? Who would believe a story about a manipulator? So we pursued it ourselves, just the two of us. I'm quite a crazy character myself, after all. Okay, let's hurry back to our time. We have to rescue Miss Camilla. You're right, Missile. And there's a certain guy I have to follow, too. Okay, so I was on the right track from the beginning. I just thought I had to do something with the hats, but turns out I had to do something with the bullet. After completing his revenge on Inspector Cabanela, the man in red left. Now a new story is about to unfold in a new present. How you feeling, you old crazy character? Hey there, Prof. We're both alive, I see. Yeah, nothing like it, baby. But I don't know if I'm getting old or what. I've got a few aches and pains here and there. Used to be a little thing like an explosion wouldn't bother me. Yeah, right. Like I'm gonna believe that. So what? So what? The guy in red is gone, huh? Just in case, I posted special investigation units around the building. Let's just pray the boys come through for us. I mean, his bones are still broken. Damn it, you picked a bad time not to listen to me, body of mine. It looks like both of their deaths were erased. Unfortunately, for the case of the Inspector in White, I can't call it a complete success, but in any case, these two have information I need to start tracking the manipulator. I better talk to them. Okay. If I knew things were going to end up like this, I would have tried to die in that explosion, baby. That way I could have been dancing after Big Red by now. Might be able to erase deaths, but it's true I can't do much about injuries. But really, you shouldn't talk that way. Yeah, I'm sorry. I suppose you're right. I just hate feeling so helpless. He was right there within my grasp. All our plans were resting on tonight, and then this had to happen. Guess he's thinking about his spotless record. It's not too late, Inspector. We still have a chance. Maybe I can catch him. Say, you're right. That's not a bad idea. I'll cooperate with you fully. Go ahead and fire away with any questions you like, Mr. Ghost. Revenge. Guy mentioned revenge. Revenge against the people who stole his life away 10 years ago. He's a fool. He's the one who made the decision to take the little girl hostage, and he wound up dead. He only has himself to blame. What about when he said this? I was murdered by all of you. Detective Jowd, who forced me into a corner, Lynn, the girl who was playing in the park, and finally you, Inspector Cabanela. If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. Yes, 10 years ago on that day, the Special Investigation Unit was working on a certain big case. We hauled in a young man, an important witness to our investigation. And then I did it. I made two very stupid mistakes. Detective, I'm telling you, I don't know anything about it. Fine, fine. You're under no obligation to talk, of course. But if you don't, the Special Investigation Unit can make all the rest of your life a living hell. But I'd just been assigned to the Special Investigation Unit, you see. They didn't share much info on the big case with a newbie like me yet, and I wanted to impress him. I was only supposed to be a simple matter of taking his statement, but I was too green. I pushed him too hard. I drove him into a corner and make him lose all hope. That was my first mistake. And then I made another mistake on top of that. Cabanela, got a minute? The chief wants to see you about your report. Got it, I'll be right there. You stay right here and be a good boy now. And that's when I did it. I left it behind in the interrogation room, my gun. How could you? He used my gun to escape. What he said is true. If I hadn't made that mistake, he never would have had a gun to point at Lynn in the first place. We first found out about manipulators' existence during certain overseas communications. Overseas communications? For national security purposes, this country keeps tabs on communications networks. This particular communication we were making a deal with, this particular communication was about making a deal with a certain foreign country. He said he wanted to buy him and his powers. That's how we first heard about him. Of course, we didn't know what he looked like at the time. In order to prove these powers of his, he gave them two predictions he foresaw. He foresaw two completely preposterous, impossible cases. Case of a man who would sing a national secret about secrets during a live rock concert broadcast, and the case of a man who would take the chief commissioner's hostage in his own office. Those two inmates in the special prison, huh? We kept tabs on their communications and launched investigations, and then finally we pinpointed to where they were going to meet tonight and staked it out. That restaurant, the Chicken Kitchen. The manipulators plan on leaving the country tonight on a submarine that belongs to the other country in this deal. Submarine? But we haven't been able to find out where it's going to surface. It's terrifying to think that what would happen if the powers were to fall into their hands. Right, highly unlikely they'd use them for peaceful purposes. And now they have that little girl as a hostage, Camilla. We have to stop him before he leaves the country. Spotless record. Spotless record of yours. Is it really that important to you? Of course, baby. In some ways, it's more important to me than my family. Or than your life. I don't know. Did he say family or life? After all, it's because of my record that I'm able to get my hands on all intel as head of the special investigation unit, and because of my position, I get to direct all aspects of investigation into the manipulator case. The manipulator case? That's what you cared. That's why you cared about your record so much? Of course. Why else, baby? I just never could believe it, man. Jowd shooting Alma. I didn't care that he confessed. There's definitely something more to the story, some secret. I did everything I could to climb the ladder, everything in my power. And then finally I found the answer. It took 5 long years, though, the manipulator. He's going to prove that Jowd is innocent. What incredible determination. Cabanella's determination. There's one thing I just don't understand. If you were so determined to help Detective Jowd, why didn't you help him escape from prison? That's an easy one, baby. Escaping from prison is a crime. I wasn't about to help him commit a crime after spending 5 years trying to prove him innocent. And he himself asked to be executed, you know. As a man of the law, I had to make sure the execution was stopped legally. And that's why I brought him before the Justice Minister, too. I needed to buy as much time as I possibly could, baby. So that's it, huh? I'm glad he turned out to be a good character. Like a good guy. There's one little unfortunate result in all of this. Lynn completely misunderstands your intentions. Ha! What's a little misunderstanding? My baby will come around, give it time. But there's more important things to do with our time tonight. Yeah. Makes sense. Okay. Oh, let's also talk to this dude. Man, my hands are cold. Talk. Mr. Superintendent, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute? I haven't always been a junkyard superintendent, you know? I used to be a part of the police. The police, huh? Not as a detective, but as a medical examiner. Examiner. As a medical examiner. I investigated the victim's cause of death. I like examinator better. 10 years ago, I was asked to autopsy a strange corpse. Hit by a meteorite fragment and died instantly. That's what the police report said. There were no signs of life. He was definitely dead. But I never filed an autopsy report. That's because the corpse suddenly vanished, leaving behind only one clue. An unusual corpse. I bet that's what I've been chasing all night. Could you tell me more? Yeah, sure. I have an interest in you recovering your memory and finding your true identity too. Unusual corpse. That's the only way I can describe it too. It was an unusual corpse. He was dead, all right, no question about that, but there wasn't a scratch on him. Not a scratch, but I thought he was hit by a meteorite fragment. I don't understand it any more than you do. I was completely bewildered. When I tried to autopsy him, I was even more puzzled. I couldn't perform the autopsy. You couldn't? What do you mean? The scalpel went in, but it couldn't cut. As soon as I tried to make an incision, it would heal up in the very next instant. And that's how it went. And no scarring or blood either. And I never had the chance to solve the mystery. That's because the corpse up and vanished on us. The morgue is well guarded. Nobody could have stolen that body. But there's one way the corpse could have disappeared. What's that? It got up, opened the door, and walked out on its own. What? He was dead, but he wasn't dead. We saw it with our own eyes tonight. Not even that explosion could kill him. He didn't even feel it when he slammed his fist in that stove. Clue left behind. The corpse left behind some data from some testing I did. I got some readings of some kind of radiation coming off that body. Radiation? I've used all kinds of instruments, but I couldn't determine exactly what kind of radiation it was. Some undiscovered type from a world unknown. Wait a minute, could it be? That's right, it was coming from the meteorite fragment. Yeah, we saw that. I went to that park and tested the spot where the meteorite had fell, and just as expected, I detected radiation coming from that crater. It was the exact same pattern of radiation as the corpse. At the time, I thought he was some kind of immortal being. He would die only to come back to life. I wanted to research it in depth, so I quit my job as a police medical examiner. Several years later, I came to learn the connection between my research and the manipulator's case, thanks to the arrival of this crazy character here. Oh, stop now, Professor. You don't want to see me blush? Cabanella's arrival. It was about a year ago, I'd say. The man in white came dancing into my research lab here. Of course. Heard there was an oddball here who's researching Temsic. Is that you, baby? Who are you to be calling anybody an oddball? I was investigating the manipulator case then. And then I heard there was a man who'd quit the police force to study the meteorite. When I heard that, it was like a meteorite had struck me on the head. At the time, we were just starting to get our leads on this manipulator. We didn't know who he was yet, but we knew he was communicating with a certain foreign country. In one of those communications, we heard the manipulator saying this: "The source of my power is not of this world." And that's when I put two and two together, baby. The manipulator case and the Temsic were somehow connected. Which also explained how 5 years ago he used his power to manipulate a birthday surprise for the little girl that a little girl made for her mother. He added that gun to the contraption most likely by controlling Camilla. Is that contraption in the basement here? You built that to try to help Detective Jowd? That's right. Jowd and I worked together back when I was on the force. I used the report of his case to try to recreate the device, but there was just one part of it that I couldn't reproduce no matter how hard I tried. Camilla told Jowd it did have something it shouldn't have. Made an impossible move. I added that part to the device I recreated, but in a part that would allow Cupid to rotate. Otherwise, the gun wouldn't fire. So that must mean somebody manipulated Camilla's contraption. As a result, we proved to ourselves that the manipulators actually exist. Inspector Cabanella. Hey, baby. Sorry about that phone call. Must have sounded like a real villain. Hated to spoil your image of me. Of that cool cat inspector you always looked up to. Is that really the image you had of him? Inspector Cabanella, I'm sorry. I just heard you were chasing after the man all its time to try to help Detective Jowd. This manipulator is such a dangerous character. I was hoping you didn't have to be involved. So that's why you hadn't arrested me tonight, isn't it? Like I always say, if somebody's in the way, throw him in the slammer. Yikes. Tonight. I really thought we finally had him. But my body gave out on me right at the critical moment. It's like a cruel joke. Ha ha ha. But a joke is a joke. You might as well laugh. Jowd! The minister called off the execution order. And while he was at it, he let Detective Jowd go free until tomorrow morning. It's pretty extreme while he was at it. It is. But I'm here for it. I like it. Sorry it took so long to get here. You can leave the rest to me. There you go again. You've always been like that. Make everyone else run around, and then you swoop in at the last second. Jowd. 5 years ago, you left this coat with me just before you turned yourself in. I promise to give it back to you one day. Now he's a detective. I've been waiting so long, Detective Jowd. Waiting for this day to come. Thanks for not giving up on me, Lynn. Okay, I'm off then. Good luck, my old friend. This present you gave me, it's just what I needed, thank you. Glad you like it. Sissel, are you there? Yeah, I'm here. You and I have to go find that man. I need your help. Will you do this with me? Sure, but how? I don't know where the submarine is, and the phone line doesn't work. Usual communication cables to make their calls. We'll get you hooked up somehow. You'll see. Could you wait here until we do, please? Okay, fine. I'm counting on you. This true self you're looking for. I bet you'll find it soon. All right, I'm leaving, Inspector Cabanela. It's almost dawn. I'm not what I thought I was. I'm actually further from knowing who I am than ever. But now I don't feel so alone. Each one of us, for his or her own reason, is looking for the truth. Together, I think we can shed light on these mysteries and drive away the darkness. But it's almost dawn. Yeah, wow, that was a pretty long chapter. Okay, I am going to keep playing, but I'm going to go get some more crackers. 1 second. And do I need another drink? I don't need another drink, just crackers. Okay. Let's go. Well, maybe I should open them first, actually. I'll probably take a break at the, like, 2-hour mark. I don't know. There might be a lot more left. That chapter was long. A whole hour for a chapter? All right, continue playing. Chapter 16, 4:19 a.m. Lynn kept her promise about getting me hooked up. About 2 hours before dawn, the phone rang. Hello? This is Jode. Sissel, are you listening? We need your powers. No time to talk. We'll be waiting for you. Well, you better get going. This long night is drawing to an end. Yeah, looks like it. Thank you for all your help tonight. I'm the one who should be thanking you. Oh, and the little pigeon bows. That's cute. At the end of the phone line, I'm finally going to find my answers. I better go. A single telephone line that connects me and the other Sissel. That single line spread out like a spider's web to ensnare the fate of many people. And I just reached the center of the web. Yeah, when I saw that submarine, I was like, that's a level. Welcome to the Yanoa. Detective Jode? My detective senses must have gotten rusty. Didn't even sense your presence here in the dark. It's because I switched the power in my mask off, Detective Jode. I used your phone. Hope you don't mind. Egad, I never thought you'd track us here, especially seeing that you're a death row inmate. And I'm equally surprised about your choice in transportation. A submarine, huh? How'd you find us, my man? Not even the police knew where the Unoa was going to surface, confound it. We detectives have a little saying. If there's something you want to know about a case, ask the criminals. The bullet hit the man in red. The bullet that the man in red was shot with had a radio transmitter in it. I have a little something for you. Cabanela has given me some pretty weird presents in the past, but they always prove useful. This one was a radio receiver. We made it look like a pocket watch. Yes, Inspector Cabanela. I hear he's an excellent investigator. By the way, where is the man in red? I know he's on the submarine somewhere. Ah, Sissel, you mean. You! You can relax, it's nothing but his shell. His shell, huh? His spirit isn't in there right now. Most likely, right about now, he's controlling your daughter. Please, I beg of you, let my daughter go. If you need a hostage, take me. Just please let her go. Bah. There's something our nation needs. Sissel has it. That's all we care about, my man. Nothing else matters. However, it would appear Sissel has underestimated us. He's left behind his precious bargaining chips here. Bargaining chip? Our nation has already researched it. This product that Sissel has to offer, the source of his powers. It's the fragment of the meteorite. What? What in the world was that? The Temsik fragment. It gives the spirit special powers. Now our deal with Sissel is concluded, as far as we're concerned. What are you talking about? Tisk tisk, what a mistake to make. Right at the most critical moment. Now then, Detective Jode. Farewell. So is the evil Sissel dead now, basically? What happened? What now? I think I heard an explosion somewhere. In any case, Lynn and the little lady should be here somewhere. I smell danger. I better find them fast. So you're here, huh? It's Missile. Yeah, I think I even remember who you are by now. What do you suppose that shock was a minute ago? Or that, whatever. I have no idea, of course. I'm just a little sheltered apartment dog. With my loss of memory, I can't say I'm much better. Anyways, let's hurry and go save Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla. Do you think that trusty nose of yours can sniff them out? I'm sorry to say, I don't think it can. Why do I even bother to ask? But you do have the powers to swap objects, so let's go find that lady detective and the little lady together. You got it. Telephone is ringing. Wow. It's Miss Camilla, I just know it. My trusty nose is practically screaming it at me. I think you'd call that more of a hunch. Anyways, let's get to the phone before it stops ringing. You'd bet. Should I go to the phone, or should I just bring... I mean, I guess... I don't actually want to swap them. Hello, hello, Miss Camilla, hello. It's no use. This black hello just doesn't like me. Just create a pass for me, Missile. I'll come right over. Okay, so I have to... Hmm. Mm-mm. Okay. Oh. There we go. I think I heard another little explosion in the distance. Got a bad feeling about this. Sissel, look. The black hello, it came off the hook. Uh-oh, I better answer it fast. Whoops. Hello, is anybody there? It's her, it's the little lady. It's Sissel, where are you? Somebody please answer. I guess she can't hear my voice. You too, huh? Oh good, I thought she was just ignoring me. Somebody help me. Lynn is... She said Lynn. Miss Lynn! You better hurry. Let's go, Sissel. Go there. Dead again. It's no use, nobody's answering. Miss Camilla. And Miss Lynn. Oh, poor Miss Lynn. Yeah, she can't seem to catch a break. It looks like another tragedy has happened. Sorry to keep you waiting, little lady. Sissy, I knew you'd come. Miss Camilla, and Missile too. I'm so glad to see you're all right. Well, I wouldn't say I'm all right exactly. Hey, wait a minute. Missile, your voice. I think I remember hearing it somewhere before. What, my voice? That's right. Camilla has a core now, so that means she did hear Missile's voice before when he saved her that one time. So that was you, wasn't it, Missile? You're the one who saved me in the park tonight. Thank you. Miss Camilla, I'm so glad I was born your little doggy. Hey, Missile. Did you stay here and watch over your mistress for a while? Huh? But you don't need my powers? I'll see what I can do on my own for a while. After all, you're the only one who can protect her. Okay, I'll do it. Thank you, Missile. What was this? Wonder what happened this time. Better talk to the little lady once more, and then better do something about the detective lady. Actually, it's not a bad idea. Talk to her. Can I talk to you for a minute? Yes, Sissy? Can you tell me what happened to you? What happened after I last saw you at your old house? Well, let's see. After that, I think I fell asleep. I woke up to the sound of an engine. So she was already in the submarine by then, huh? And then I thought to myself, I have to escape. Next thing I knew, I found myself in this big room. I was so tired I couldn't move. And then... Camilla! I was so relieved. I don't remember what happened after that. She must have passed out, the poor thing. You've been through so much. You are very brave. I think Lynn's probably been through more than me. You've both been brave. The same thing. Whoops. Man, okay. Usually they give you a bunch of things to talk about, but here it's just what happened. Okay. Oh, Sissel, you're here. Lynn, what in the world happened here? I don't know. Huh? I just sort of blacked out all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know in that case. And where's Detective Jode? Is he alright? I don't know. Huh? The room he was in just disappeared all of a sudden. Oh, that's all making... Now it's all making even less sense than before. After we left the super's office, we followed after the man in red. We tracked him with that radio transmitter Inspector Cabanella fired into him with the bullet. The man in red took a boat. Oh, oops, I clicked. Detective Jode and I managed to secretly stow away on his boat. And then we sneaked onto the submarine with him when it surfaced. Before long, the submarine dove back down again. Detective Jode and I decided to split up. He would take care of the telephone line, and I would look for Camilla. I found Camilla hiding here in the engine room. She had escaped and run away here. Wow, that's quite an adventure. What happened next? I don't know. There was a flash of white all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead. Oh boy, it sounds like it's quicker. It'll be quicker for me to see myself. Rewind time. Camilla, are you okay? Oh, he's being controlled by, Camilla? Hello, Lynn, or is it Detective now? It's been 10 years since we last met. Are you? You really the man from the park 10 years ago? Very well, I see there's no need to introduce myself. Give Camilla back, she has nothing to do with any of this. Afraid I can't do that, this is my last chance. The phone is ringing. It's not for me, nobody ever calls the dead. The fact that you're here means that my revenge plan has failed. Revenge plan? It didn't happen and I did it. His execution. Well, knowing him, I half expected as much. That's why I was waiting here like this, waiting for him to show up. Wouldn't it be just what he wanted, to be executed by his own daughter? Heard about 10 years ago, I feel sorry about what happened to you. But revenge? Nobody could possibly know what I've... What in the world? An explosion? Uh-oh, I've got a bad feeling about this. Have I been... Look out! Revenge, huh? That's a feeling I just can't understand. Of course not, you're not him. She's right, I'm not him, am I? He was going to shoot Detective Jode. And Camilla, as Camilla when he came to rescue her. It's just too horrible. Anyways, let's bring you back to life again. You didn't have to add the again part. We did. This is like the 4th or 5th time you've died. Let's see. So let's see. The cause of death this time was the mysterious explosion. You're pretty up for a dead woman. You know how detectives love a good mystery? It's like a shot of vitamins. And what do you mean for a dead woman? Anyways, I guess we should look for a way to stop that explosion. Alright, let's do this thing. Finding clues like a dose of minerals to a detective. I'm afraid with my memory loss, I have no idea what vitamins or minerals are. Everything's too far away. Still too far away. Okay, that should be close enough. It's no use. I can't get the line to work. That's funny. I thought I could use the phone in the past if someone was calling. What are you talking about? The receiver has to be off the hook first, silly. Don't look at me. I can't do it. I don't have any hands or feet free right now. Somebody please answer the phone. If you want something done, you have to do it yourself. I mean... Hey, we somehow managed to knock down the receiver. Somehow managed. Who's to say that's not how I planned it? Come on, hurry. Now's your chance to get on the phone. It might be Detective Jode. She's right, I better check it out. Hello, anybody there? If anybody's there, get yourself here on the double. We're about to head out. Speak up, why don't you answer? Anyways, come if you're coming, we're leaving. Let's go there, see if there's anything we can fix. So it must be true what they say, that there are restless ghosts on board. That does it. I promise to turn over a new leaf, Mom. Good. That'll learn you for being a villain. Who's he calling restless ghosts? Well, it's true, neither of us is really resting in peace. Anyways, looks like the sub just lost one of its crew. Guess that means the fate of the sub has changed slightly. Sissel has underestimated us. Left behind his precious bargaining chip here. Bargaining chip? That is very unfortunate positioning of that object. What's going on here? Like, as it arrives on the screen. I saw this little deal go down once before. In just a moment, the man in red is about to get his Temsic fragment taken away. Whoa. What's this? I don't get it. What's happening? They decided to conclude their deal without the other party present. They're just going to go ahead and steal the Temsic fragment. Huh? But that's... I didn't get to read that. I think we have more important things to worry about right now. Where's the Temsic fragment going to go? Lower switch. Let's lower switch. Won't budge. Maybe it's broken? Well, I guess I don't have to lower it right now. If I ever have to move it, I could probably get Lynn to do it for me. Same thing with this one. Nothing's happening. Sure seems like it should do something. Maybe it's just some kind of ornament. Valve? Try turning a valve. That didn't do anything. Wastebasket. Open. Ah, the Temsic fragment. You're mine at last. The objective has been achieved. Now we detach the control room as planned. Yes, sir. Farewell, sir. Sissel, what just happened? The whole room disappeared with Detective Jode in it. Don't worry, Lynn. I bet Detective Jode can take care of himself. Main thing now is rescuing you and the little lady. Can't believe this is happening. Now then, we'd better hurry along before Sissel discovers what he's lost and comes after me. The Yanoa will be his coffin. May it lie buried here in the deep sea forever. Farewell, Sissel. I guess we're in the case, not in the fragment, huh? Ah, so that's the cause of the giant explosion. Huh, what is? Don't tell me that's another thing you've forgotten. The torpedo. It's like, well, have you heard of a missile before, haven't you? Yeah, sure. But a different missile comes readily to mind. Looks like he plans to sink the submarine with that thing. This is not good. We have to do something before that torpedo is fired. There's no time. It's going to launch. Don't worry. We can still find a way to stop it. What? How? Even if the torpedo does launch, we'll just have to stop it from detonating, right? There's still something we can do, I hope. What's the I hope at the end? Why was the I hope at the end the strongest part of the sentence? Okay, here goes. Yeah. This game's ridiculous. I came along for the ride without giving it much thought. Was this really the best move? I think so. We just have to keep it from going off, right? I'm sure this poor little rat will thank us too. How in the world did it get here? You know how torpedoes work? No, I can't say I do. Wow, detectives sure know a lot. I saw it explained once in a book. On impact, the fuse in the tip is depressed. That in turn sets off the detonator. The detonator, that must be the red button. So how do we stop it? They didn't explain anything about that in the book. Wow, detectives sure know a lot, or not. I think these outside parts are supposed to be weights of some sort. Spinning black things, right? Apparently their spinning helps balance the torpedo, their spinning helps the torpedo maintain its balance. They must be pretty heavy. Wonder if we can use these weights to our advantage somehow. I mean, we could stop them. But I am not dropping any frames. I don't know how that's supposed to work. I think the frame dropping reporting is wrong or something. I don't know. I'll have to check later and see if anything cuts out here because it said that I lost connection, but it also said 0 frames were dropped. I don't understand how that's possible. Means we might be able to stop the torpedo from exploding with this. I have to admit I don't understand all the details, but I do want to give it a try. Before we can do that, looks like we have to get something out of the way first. Okay, we gotta get the mouse out of the way. How do we get the mouse out of the way? We're almost out of time. At this rate, we're going to blow up the submarine. Uh-oh. We have to set the safety and keep the torpedo from detonating. Yeah, but like how? Oh, there we go. Great, we've dumped the little creature off. Oh, those weights were heavy enough to turn the whole torpedo over. Now for that safety device. Right. We don't have much time. There we go. There, we've clamped the safety device on. We did it. That should keep the torpedo from exploding. There's just one problem. Problem, what's that? The torpedo is still going to impact. We can't do anything about that. Uh-oh. I mean, that gets us back on the sub, though. What was that noise? Looks like the torpedo still hit the submarine, but it looks like the submarine is still okay. It changes everybody's fate, including the little rats. Sissel, we did it. Fate averted. Nice. What's the matter? You still look unhappy. Stop the torpedo from blowing up? We still open up a gaping hole in the submarine. You're right, I guess. I guess that's what missiles do. They're just unstoppable. Huh, am I hearing things? Anyways, we better get back to the present as quickly as we can. Right, I'm worried about Camilla. We managed to stop death for now, but it hasn't disappeared altogether. It's now slowly but surely filling the room. Uh-oh. Water's seeping in through the hole where the torpedo hit. I gotta get them out of here before... I gotta get them out of here. I better go meet up with Lynn. Better hurry over to Lynn. It's not safe to stay here. I just don't have the powers to stop that water from coming in. Yeah, but... How do I... There we go. The lights went out, but this machine still works, apparently. Unfortunately, I guess it won't run very long. Maybe I can use its movement to help me create a path. Okay. Man, I accidentally missed the button. Am I close enough? I guess so. Emergency light. This, that. Lynn? Camilla, you're awake. How do you feel? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I pointed that gun at you. Don't worry about that. That wasn't you. Miss Camilla! Oh, Missile, you're here. Oh, poor Miss Camilla. Miss Lynn, what should we do? We have to get out of here before any more water comes in. Sissel should be along any second. I knew Sissy would come. And Missy is here too. I'm so happy everybody's going to be with me now. Camilla! Miss Camilla! I'll get you out of here. If it's the last thing I do, oh, I think I'm going to cry. Or whimper, as the case may be. Better send a signal to Lynn that I'm here, before it's too late. You can just use the light, right? Trick. Oh, look at that flashlight. It's Sissel, he's here. Up you go. Glad you're here, Sissel. Sorry for the wait. Looks like this room's gonna fill up with water fast. We better get over that door as quickly as we can. We won't be getting out that door, I'm afraid. The water pressure is too great already. I can't open it. What? What does water pressure mean? Think of it as the force of water holding the door closed. The water level, if the water level keeps getting higher and higher in here. So the only way out is up, huh? Exactly. Okay, got it. Let's look for a path that goes up. Hey, look at that ladder. I wonder if we can get it down somehow. Good idea, let's try it. Oh, and by the way, yes? I can't swim, neither can Camilla. Don't you have any good news for me? Let me think about it. In the meantime, could you hurry, please? I love... There must be a switch or something that lowers the ladder. Provided the person designed the sub didn't miscalculate the ladder's length. Didn't even consider that possibility. I have to warn you, I can't swim. Neither can Camilla. Yeah, you already told me. Hmm. Too far. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, good. Can move this hook. Gets stuck though. Switch to lower. Let's try that. There we go. You did it, Sissel. Thanks. No problem. These later puzzles are actually, I think, a little easier than some of the earlier ones. Eek. What was that? Looks like water seeping in isn't the only thing we have to worry about. Huh? Sissel, the flashlight doesn't work anymore. Hey, don't get mad at me. Maybe the contacts are bad or something? Hey, I know, you can fix it with your power. Okay, now that's just taking things too far. I mean, I guess I can. Oh, hey, great. Did you used to be an electrician in your past life or something? That's a cruel question considering the circumstances. Now all we have to do is get to that door and we're safe. That definitely makes things a lot harder. Ow. What happened now? Looks like the submarine decided to rear up on its hind legs. Can't believe we're still okay after that fall. Either we're really lucky, or we're dead and we just haven't realized it yet. Come on now. Oh, excuse me. Come on now, as if the latter could be true. What now? The water sure is rising fast. Come on. You just have to go up to the top. Let's see how I can help you with my ghost tricks. Okay, well, we can turn on that machine for sure. Well, I think I see a familiar flame over there. Sissel, there you are. How's it going? How's it going? I'd say it's going pretty badly. You do understand how dangerous the situation is, don't you? Of course, after all. Just ask anybody who knows how much I hate taking baths. Maybe he's been in danger of drowning before himself. Okay, ready to create a path for these ladies? Of course. Okay. Let's switch, because we're way too far to do anything with... I mean, this looks kind of similar to this. I guess not. These can change, but that doesn't really do anything for us. Well, that can change. Is that interesting? Can I get anywhere with... No, I can't. What else we got up here? Oh, this is interesting. Medium fan. Sure. Swap some pipes around, why not? Switch. That doesn't really help me. Emergency light. Monitor. Nothing here. No, no. What am I doing with this stuff? Maybe I gotta wait a little bit. I feel like not, right? go up is easier said than done when I'm holding Camilla. I know, we're gonna try to create a path for you somehow. The water just keeps rising. Please hurry. Oh, and by the way, did I ever tell you? You can't swim, neither can Camilla. Oops, I already said that, didn't I? Okay, well, good luck. I mean, yeah. Operate? We can start operating this. These pistons are sticking out right in front of me. It's almost like they're taunting me. Maybe it's a challenge. Might just be... It might be just that. I think you can climb them. If I wasn't holding Camilla, I probably could do it easily. Sissel, you're not telling Miss Lynn to leave poor Miss Camilla behind, are you? Could you just be quiet for a minute, Missile? Those pistons sure do look like they could be used to our advantage. Okay, I see. Okay. We need... Okay, I don't want that. This to this. Swap. I think that's all we have to do, actually. And then... operate. There we go. There, how about that? Wow, this is great. You made a staircase. Ouch. Okay, we gotta fix those. Now the steam's getting in the way. It's too hot to get through. What? There's no way to go around either. Think you could do something? Of course we can. We have to. Where am I? Okay, here's where I am. Okay. I mean, maybe not. Maybe I should, turn this. So by closing this valve, I've shut off the steam flow to that first pipe. Okay. Whoops. Whoops. Again. Okay, I got it. Whoops. A third time. All right, let's do this. Get you out of the way. Swap again. Back over here. Uh-oh. Maybe not. Is it that other? Is it this? Over here? Maybe. Okay, let's come back down here and see. Oh. I can move this now. Does this do anything for me? Here comes the water again. Oh, I wish I could drink it all up for you. No, Missile, it's too salty. I think the more relevant point is he's dead, so he can't drink it. Whatever, just do something about the steam. Leave it to me, Miss Lynn. Thanks, Missile. Okay, I think I need to... Whoops. No. Ugh. I'm pretty sure I need a... But I can't connect these two things. Is it because they're... Damn, fan. Swap? I guess we swap this. Does that do anything for us? I don't think so. I can swap. That doesn't do anything. Look at this. I swapped the pipes. Changes how the steam comes out, huh? Oh, I get it, because the cracks in the pipes are different, huh? So each pipe spreads the steam out in a different way, hey? But that'll come in handy. Oh, okay. That is interesting, actually. Okay, so we could do this. Then we could do this. And I think that... maybe not. Maybe not completely. Try this. One more. There we go. There, how does that look? Looks great, and all that horrible steam is cleared out of the way. Okay, it's not that far. It's not far now. Try to move forward. Ouch. Then we already got this. All right, now this is what I'm talking about. Okay, rise away. We could probably trade the door out with something. Sorry, I can't do it. Open a hurry. Is there any way to ask for something? Probably... Does she tell us she can't swim again if we just talk to her? I'm curious. Please get this door open. I'm afraid I just can't do it. It's all up to you and your miraculous powers now. We're almost there now. Just have to open the door. Okay, I thought she was going to tell us. Okay, whatever. I thought it'd be funny if she did. Probably this, maybe? Could we do this? No, I guess not. How am I... Oh, can I do it with him, maybe? Can he just do it? Open, yeah. It's no use. I can't budge it. It must be stuck. Oh, no. No! This way. Eek! The professor, maybe? What just happened? I can't believe my eyes. Lynn and the little lady suddenly vanished, leaving only darkness and seawater. The submarine continues to sink down deep into the deep sea, down into the deep sea. But I still want to try to make my way up as far as possible. I still want to head up to find a single ray of light. Light to illuminate the truth at the bottom of this deep darkness. And I'm sure it is no mistake that that one character is named Ray. Is this the last chapter? Okay, I am going to take a small break for just a second. Or just a few minutes here. And, no, I haven't really been drinking my... Okay, I'll take a small break. And I'm going to check and see how much more game there is left to see if I want to finish this tonight or not. Hopefully I don't get spoiled. Okay. Let me put up a be right back thing. Oops. There we go. Be right back. Let's put it someplace like there, I guess. Sure. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay. Um. So there's two more chapters left. I think I'm gonna push through. I'm gonna push through and finish it. I'd like to finish it tonight, so I think I will. I will say, my one friend has, I know that the submarine is named. This is maybe a tiny bit of a spoiler. I don't know, but I know the name of the submarine is probably the name of a character or a person. He asked me if I. That kind of. I don't know. Next time somebody asks me if a character has shown up, I'm gonna just tell them, don't stop talking. If you're playing a game and somebody has to ask if you've seen X character, probably not. Probably not. Stuff like that kind of bugs me because it's like, it's not really like a spoiler, but also it kind of is. I don't know. It feels bad because now I know it's a character and not just a weird name of like a ship. You know what I mean? And now I'm thinking about that the whole time. So, anyways, we're gonna continue. Chapter 17, 5:10 a.m. The upended submarine continues to sink, slowly but surely. A long, long journey to the bottom of the sea. Lynn and the little lady found the darkness and the salt water closing in on them. At the very last second, something saved them, and now it looks down at them quietly. My head is filled with one giant question. What in the world is this thing? Eek. Oh, it's what's his name? You see, you've managed to survive, Detective. Hey, you're... Excuse my appearance, I seem to have lost my body. Oh, and you there. You're the ghost who's been saving Lynn all evening, aren't you? You knew about me all along. Of course, what else would explain the unnatural things happening? If you knew, how come you didn't do anything about it all this time? And how come you decided to save us all of a sudden? I thought you wanted to get revenge on us. I don't really know. Please, you gotta tell me. I need to know. Who in the world are you? Sissel, look at you. What happened? I can't hold on to that image of myself any longer. Can't remember who you are? That's right. I came all this way trying to chase down my lost memory. For quite a bit tonight, I thought I was you, Sissel. Sissel, my name isn't Sissel. I bet you'll remember real soon who you are and who I am too. What? The man in front of me is not me. I'm even further away from the truth, or maybe not. Something is stirring in my mind, a memory about to emerge. Do I know this man? Now that I've shed my image of myself, I feel like I'm one step closer to the truth. They got us good. It's all over for this submarine. The engine room is destroyed and there's a hole in the hull. It's sinking as we speak. What are you doing here? I thought you had a deal with those people. They betrayed me. I was a fool to trust them. They already have what they wanted now, the Temsik fragment. I didn't know they had it all figured out. You mean they figured out the source of your powers? Yeah, that meteorite's radiation has two effects on the living creatures. Gives power and time. If you don't mind, we'd like to hear more. The radiation's power effect. These 10 years, I've been watching that junkyard superintendent do his research. I think I've kind of got it figured out. The meteorite's radiation gives spirits special powers, like possessing and manipulating objects. And in my case, swapping objects. Exactly. Apparently, there are individual differences in the powers we get, and it seems these powers change as time goes by. They do? Yeah, my powers have changed over these past 10 years. First, I could only manipulate small living creatures. Now then, how do you suppose we got these powers? It's simple. It is? How then? In a nutshell, we died while exposed to the energy emitted by the meteorite, its radiation. That's what does it? Dying while being exposed to the radiation? On that day 10 years ago. A fragment of the meteorite pierced my heart and I died. So of course I received special powers. Hey, wait a minute. Is that how I got my powers too? You know, you might be right. Yeah, they showed... I wondered why that rock was glowing when, figured it had to be related or something. Aren't the Temsic remnants still right there in that park at the bottom of the crater? You're right. So that must mean I must have died in the presence of meteorite radiation as well. Radiation's time effect. Another effect of the meteorite's radiation gives us time. Again, I think of the time effect is centered around the theme of death, but it's not all that clear. So the fact I can return 4 minutes before a person's death is another effect of the meteorite. One of the characteristics of the meteorite's ability to replay the moments of death. Replay the moments of death. This is also strange and confusing. I can't take it all in. Makes about as much sense to me as anything else. Yeah, strange and confusing. That just about sums up the object that pierced my body that day. Thanks to the meteorite fragments, my very existence is a contradiction. What do you mean? Contradictory existence. That day, when the fragment pierced my heart, I lost my life. However, because it remained inside of me, the fragment continued to constantly regenerate my body. In other words, my body was continuously cycling between moments that separated my life and death. What? My body's vital functions stopped years ago, but my body's time is perpetually stopped in the moment just before death. Time just stopped, huh? So I just simply existed, not really alive, not really dead. Pretty much sums up all these last 10 years for me, ever since the incident in the park. I guess that's why his soul never vanished. My body hasn't aged a day, my hair hasn't grown an inch. Come to think of it, that old pigeon guy mentioned something. He said he couldn't cut the guy's body with a scalpel. So I guess as soon as an incision was made, he would be regenerated. Wow. Revenge. Before I left this country, I wanted to do one thing. I wanted to get revenge on the people who stole our lives. Our lives. As part of the deal I made, those guys promised to cooperate. Cooperate? You mean the kidnapping? It all went fine. I manipulated the justice minister and made him issue the execution order, but I thought he might call off the execution on the last second. So that's why you wanted his daughter kidnapped. But they kidnapped the wrong girl. Little did I know, they had their own reasons for cooperating with me. Their objective was to wipe out everybody who had known anything about Temsic. Detective Jowd was one such person, so they were happy to cooperate. Inspector Cabanella and that junkyard super, they were slated to be wiped out too. And as it turns out, I was one of their targets as well. So they stole the Temsic fragment, and here I am. But they had one more final target. You, detective. Me? One final target. If you weren't there in the park 10 years ago, I never would have thought of doing something as stupid as taking a hostage. Okay. But I was just a little kid playing in the park. Yeah, I know. Huh? 10 years later, you become a detective looking into Jod's case. Tonight, I invited you to a quiet spot on the edge of town. It was a trap, you see. I told you who I was. You never saw my face that day 10 years ago, so of course you didn't recognize me. I took possession of you to make you shoot me? Your subconscious resisted me. Such incredible power. It was the first time I wasn't able to completely control somebody. The aim was off. The first shot missed the mark. Junkyard was equipped with security cameras. I knew that you'd be wanted for murder. That was part of my plan anyways. But they had other ideas. They simply wanted you wiped out. But then, something threw a big monkey wrench in their scheme. I showed up. I was supposed to meet up with them after that, but then something went wrong. What happened? My body disappeared. Aha, the inspector in white was responsible for that one. My precious bargaining chip was in that body. I had to get it back no matter what. That inspector caused me no ends of trouble. But why were those people targeting me? I never even heard of the Temsic meteorite. Because you were looking into the Jode case, they thought you would figure out about Temsic sooner or later. Yeah, it kind of makes sense how they're all connected here. And that's pretty much the whole story. The only thing left now is to wait for the water pressure to crush this submarine. Oh no. There's no cores that link from here to the water's surface. I have an idea. We hook up the phone line and there's no communication cables down this deep. They meant for the submarine to be a coffin. To be my coffin. A coffin for the dead. There's no escape. I think I kind of understand now what you've been feeling these 10 years. You what? This feeling, cut off from the world, all alone in a submarine, sinking slowly towards the bottom of an endless sea. It must be how you felt all along. Lynn? Camilla? Is it true? Are we stuck here? What? Oh, If my dad was here, I bet he'd save us. Oh, Camilla, I'm so sorry. That's funny. What is it, Sissel? There's something I don't understand. Why would they go through all the trouble of detaching the control room? What? Why didn't they just steal the Temsic fragment and escape with that if that's what they wanted? Why did they have to jettison your body off into the sea? That's a good question. I guess it doesn't really matter now. We'll never find it again. We have no idea where it was launched to. Wait a minute. Yes, we do. Oh yeah, we do. I forgot about that. This will tell us where Detective Jode is. The present from the inspector in white. That's right, Detective Jode told me to hold on to it for him. And the bullet is still in the person's body in the command room, right? Then we should be able to tell exactly where it is with this. But even if we find out where it is, how do we get there? We should be able to figure out something between the three of us. With our powers, right, Miss Lynn? Right. Oh, wait a minute. What about that? What about our torpedo? Anyways, it's too early to give up. Looks like Detective Jode is our last hope. Come on, let's get started. Let's talk to everybody first. So my dad isn't here on the submarine? Don't worry, we're going to get to him right now. Okay. I hope I didn't hurt Lynn's feelings, what I said about my dad saving us if he was here. Oh, don't worry about that. Comments like that just roll off Miss Lynn's back. She's really thick-skinned. Ouch. I'm gonna start being tougher too. I want to make my dad proud of me. Miss Camilla. I'm sure your dad is very proud of you, Camilla. So his shell is definitely there in the command room, right? Just without the fragment. It's there, yeah, but I don't know about calling it a shell. Detective Jode's watch will tell us exactly where it is. Right, he said it was a radio receiver, didn't he? There might be another torpedo on this submarine. If we use it, we can get Detective Jode. It's a brilliant plan, Detective. You think so? Hehe. So what are you going to do? Ride the top of the torpedo? Of course not. You guys are going to go. Darn, I kind of wanted to see that. Did you want to see me drown? Okay, good. Let's see. Control panel, operate. That's great. Wait, what was he going to think? Hold on. Why is this machine shoving grapes at me? Well, it looks like this is the private cabin of the top of officer, doesn't it? This machine is probably feeding him grapes while he lies in bed. He eats a lot of grapes, man. That sounds heavenly. I've been thinking about this for a while now. But don't you think this country's use of technology is just a little off? Says the guy who had a deal with said country. Anyways, looks like the arm of this machine is a bit busted. Can we dial out? Torpedo room, I guess. Torpedo room, huh? Might be another torpedo in there. I'll go check it out. Oh, I get it. You're going to use a missile to ram the control room. Well, I don't know about ram. We don't want to blow up the Detective Jode, but something like that. We climb up in the torpedo room. We'll climb up to the torpedo room too. Up is definitely safer. Okay, I'll see you there then. Looks like the torpedoes can be launched manually with these switches. There are 2 tubes here, so there should be one more left. I guess the first thing we have to do is load it into the tube. When it comes to missiles, you can count on me. I'll enter the coordinates of the command to the I'll enter the coordinates of the command room into the torpedo. And I just turned on the backup power. We ought to be able to use the switches now. Okay, let's try it. Good luck. Trick time. This switch? Switch won't budge. Maybe it's broken, but I don't think the entire thing is busted though. Just fine if I can move this switch. We have to find a way to move it somehow. We can't do it with my powers alone. Okay, yeah, we gotta swap them. Can I not? I want to talk to you. Talk. What happened to these 2 ladies? I think that's up to us and our powers. What? There's no time to be standing around unsure of ourselves. Will you let me your strength missile? Me? Of course I will. Count on it. Okay, there we go. Whoops. There we go. The torpedo looks serviceable. All set on this end, too. Something's odd. What is? The command room, it looks like it's slowly sinking. Sinking. Yeah, it looks like it's completely run out of power. I wonder what happened. I don't know, but I guess I'll find out. Great. Okay, hop into the missile. I'll launch it for you. Okay, thanks. Is missile getting on here too? We'll head towards the command room where Detective Jode is. 12 seconds after launching, it'll pass by the command room for an instant. That instant will be your window of opportunity to jump to the command room. Okay, got it. Then we'll find a way to come back and save you. That'll probably be my last task for tonight. Just hold on until we get back. Okay, come on, Missile. Missile? Hi. I'm sorry, I can't go. What? I just can't. How could I leave? How could I leave Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla behind? I can't do it. Missile. I swapped the switches so the missile could be launched. You have to do the rest, Sissel. I can't do it either. I can't ask Missile to come with me after that. I understand exactly how he feels. I want you to go, Missile. What? But Miss Lynn, you staying here won't change our fate. But if you go with Sissel, you might be able to make something happen, and that's our only hope. What if that something doesn't happen? I'll never be able to see you again, not ever again. Even I can understand that. And I couldn't stand that. Don't worry, Missile. Miss Camilla. Just know you and Sissy can make something. I just know you and Sissy can make something happen. I believe in you. I'll be right here waiting for you. We'll see each other then, don't worry. Miss Camilla! That's a good boy, Missile. Now, are you ready? Remember, it's 12 seconds after I throw the switch. We're ready. Sissel? Yes. We never found out who you really were, but that doesn't matter now. All I know is I'm truly glad I met you tonight. Thank you for everything. And I'm glad I met you, Detective. We're gonna see each other again, right, Sissy? Right, Missile? That's right, we promise, little lady. Of course we will. We'll never forget you, no matter what happens. Here goes, then. Good luck, friend. Oh, and she gives a little wave. That's cute. These 12 seconds are lasting an eternity. I strive to think of a way to save Lynn and the little lady the whole time. But how can a ray of light, of hope, reach this far down into the deep sea? Before I can think of an answer, the 12 seconds are up. Detective Jode! I bet that big masked man did this. I'm going to bite him. You better not, you might break your teeth. Commander room has lost power and is sinking. Wonder what this masked man is going to do. Let's talk to Detective Jode. Sorry for the wait, Detective Jode. Who are you? Are you Sissel? Please excuse my appearance. Can't believe you made it here. How's Camilla, and what about Lynn? Well, it's kind of a long story. Told Detective Jode about everything that happened in the submarine of Unoa. So the submarine is badly damaged. Why would he do this to his own submarine? I wish I knew. I know the answer to that one. It's because he's afraid of my powers. You followed us. I didn't even notice. It's been 10 long years, Detective Jode. Are you Yomiel? Oh, I guess it is a different Y name. That's kind of weird. 2 Y names. That feels like it can't be a coincidence. So you remember me, do you? How could I possibly forget? So it's your real name, huh? Yomiel? That's right. Those people on the Unoa was calling you Sissel. It's just an alias I was using to deal with them. Didn't see any need to tell them my real name. Could you do me a favor? Would you let me ask you some questions? I've been trying to find out my true identity all night. Sure, go ahead. I'm sure there's plenty we can still tell you, right, Detective Jode? Right. About Yomiel. 10 years ago, you were a top systems engineer, weren't you? Systems engineer, what's that? By the way, I'm a top Pomeranian, you know. Well, it's kind of hard to explain to a dog, but it's a person who's good at using computers. I don't mean to brag, but I was one of the best in the industry. That's how I got roped into joining this project. Project? What project? It was a project aimed at reorganizing the nation's top secret information. The goal was to build a new system using multidimensional programming theory. That's meaningless. I was asked to join the I mean, that's okay. That's okay. It doesn't need to. I was asked to join the project by an agent of the government. It doesn't sound to me like something a top Pomeranian would know anything about. You're right, Missile. To me, it sounded like another challenging job. However, this project was also the target of a top secret plot. I bet you can imagine the kind of crime the nation's top secrets might attract. I never thought for the life of me I'd have to deal with spies. It was never made public, but every organization in the country moved on this one. And then, one day, the name of a certain programmer emerged as a suspect. I was the guy who built the core of the system. The police arrested you, and then that incident happened. He escaped from the interrogation room and took little Lynn hostage. By the way, Detective Jode, when was it that I was proven innocent? About 6 months after your death. I'm so sorry, Yomiel. He was actually innocent. 10 years ago. My soul was split from my body and I lost everything. I was sealed in eternal darkness. I existed in this world, no question about that. But nobody noticed my presence. What good were my powers? They didn't help anybody. Not even the passage of time could heal my pain. In fact, it only made it worse. I wanted to disappear, but I wasn't even allowed to do that. The way Lynn described it is exactly right, sinking slowly towards the bottom of an endless sea, an overwhelming feeling of loneliness and despair. And I wanted all of you to suffer what I was suffering. And so that's why you murdered Alma. That's right. I wanted you to know what it was like to lose everything you cared about. I wanted you to feel the same pain I felt. What? It was a twisted wish, with the mind poisoned by infinite loneliness. And then, as I was plotting my revenge, I had an idea. I came up with a plan to use these powers of mine to make a deal. Something I don't understand about that deal. I'm sure your powers would be very valuable to them, but what would you get out of the deal? A new life. Life? I asked them for 2 conditions. Number 1, they helped me with my revenge plot. And the second was the rebirth for me. A rebirth, a new beginning, huh? I didn't care if it was a fake life or an artificial life. I just wanted a physical receptacle for my soul, a name, identity, an everyday life. I wanted to grow old in a society that would accept me. And finally, I wanted to die surrounded by a loving family. That kind of life is what I asked them for. A completely man-made life. That's right. I knew I couldn't hope for anything more than that. To make it all come true, I knew it would take a lot of power and money, a lot of money and a lot of power. So I decided to ask a national government to help me. And their response, in the end, was betrayal. They were making their moves much more carefully than I suspected. They sent spies. Oh, hold on. Sorry. They sent spies to this country and researched my powers on their own. And they even figured out what Temsik was all about. You had no idea they were doing all this? None at all. I was a fool. So then, why did they go through all the trouble of making a deal with you? Why didn't they just steal a hunk of Temsik meteorite from the park? They couldn't. Huh? After the manipulator incidents, research was conducted in this country too. A report was submitted to the government about the source of the manipulator's power. By Inspector Cabanela and the old pigeon guy, huh? First, the government didn't believe the report. But then they decided to put park under surveillance just in case. Surveillance, huh? Looks like an ordinary peaceful park, but there are armed agents there at all times. Don't tell me that odd leaflet guy is one of them. No, not him. He's just a plain old odd person. Park is like a silent battlefield of international scale. That's why they couldn't steal the Temsik meteorite. And lately, under the pretense of building a housing site, they've been working on a plan to destroy that park in order to secure the Temsik meteorite. So that's it, huh? So the upshot of your grand deal was this, huh? Yeah, it's the ending I deserve. But at least there's one thing you must be happy about. What's that? You've managed to seal me away at the bottom of the sea forever. Well, shall we get started? Started with what? Bringing Detective Jode back to life, of course. What good will that do now? Well, we promised. We promised Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla to save them. We can't do that without you, Detective Jode. I've been guided by fate tonight to this place. I won't give up now. All right, fine. Let's see where this leads us. Here we go, back to 4 minutes before your death. So, where are we headed? We're not headed anywhere, Detective. What? There was only enough fuel on board to launch us away, Detective. We'll run out soon, and that will be our destination, Detective. What are you talking about? That would mean that you're trapped here, too. By the way, I am not human, Detective. I am a remote-controlled robot, Detective. What? Your country's use of technology is just plain off. We get that a lot, Detective. Why would you go through all this trouble to do this? It's nothing but a shell there. It's hardly a threat to anyone. Commander Sith likes to provide... Commander Sith, that must be his name. Commander Sith likes to provide against any possibility, no matter how small, Detective. Possibility? What are you talking about? There's no need for you to know, Detective. Now is the time to say goodbye, Detective. It is the end of your fate. In the end, your fate remains the same, it seems, Detective. Camilla, forgive me. Then he gets shot. It isn't over yet. It isn't? Remember what that big masked man said? Any possibility, no matter how small? Possibility. In other words, there must be a chance here somewhere. Possibility of turning this situation around. Okay, they're just gonna say... Huh? What is it, Detective? Look at Yomel's shell. There's no aura emanating from his body. Of course there isn't. The Temsic fragment is gone. Could this change in his shell give us some kind of lead? I figured it out. I know what this possibility, no matter how small, is that they were afraid of. What is? My time that was perpetually stopped thanks to the power of the Temsic. His body cycled between moments that separated his life and death. Right, but not anymore. The Temsic fragment has been taken away. Exactly, so what does that mean? I get it. Your body won't come back to life anymore. The moment the Temsic fragment was removed, my shell became a regular corpse. Oh, ha ha ha. That means we can go back to 4 minutes before your death. But wait a minute. Exactly when is that death? That's simple. We'll find out. When we get there, let's move. It's like 10 years ago or whatever. This is really cool. Okay, I like this. Dope. I fell back through the cracks of times for what felt like forever, and then I saw it, the final death, right at the end of a long night. Who exactly am I? I've already seen all the clues. All I have to do now is remember. The final journey to the truth starts now. Okay. So next chapter is last chapter. I see. When was Yomel's death? It was 10 years ago when the Temsic meteorite fell. We traveled back through time, and now we're here at the scene of the death. The start of it all is about to replay itself. Yeah, this saves, like, everybody. Aw. Little Lynn. It's ready. What is she doing? Give it up. You really think you can outrun me? Now just calm down and drop that weapon. Stay back. If you come any closer, I'll shoot her. Huh, oh kidding, shoot. You might get hurt. I said that last sentence weird. Oh, a kitten. Shoo, you might get hurt. Okay, we have to stop that. You okay? You're all right now. Are you hurt? You saved me, mister. I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you. What's your job, mister? Me, I'm a police detective. So that's the Temsik meteorite, huh? It's beautiful looking. It's beautiful looking at it from this angle. It changed all of our fates completely. We can't stop Temsik from falling from the sky, but we might be able to protect you from that fragment and save your life. I don't know. What's the matter, Detective Jode? To be perfectly honest, I'm scared. If that meteorite fragment doesn't get him, I'm pretty sure I would have shot him. We might not be able to change your fate of dying. I can accept that. What I did is inexcusable. No matter the future, how the future might change, the fact will never go away. If my fate is to die here, then I accept it. This will be our last battle against fate. Beyond that will be a new future. Okay, let's get started. Now, how are we going to save you? If Lynn would just wander off somewhere, that would solve everything. When her sweet potato is almost ready. Ha, she's not going to budge from that spot. But you know, it makes me wonder. A little girl all in the park listening to music and roasting a sweet potato, what kind of childhood did this girl have? Doesn't everyone have at least one day in their life like that? Give her a break. Anyways, if Lynn won't budge from that spot, then we'll just have the fragment move instead. Can't. Miss Lynn looks so happy. Sure, she's happy. She's about to eat a sweet potato. That happiness is about to be shattered in a single instant when she drops her sweet potato. I don't think you're seeing the big picture. Anyways, we have to keep our eyes peeled for a chance to make our move. Right, we won't drop the ball or her sweet potato. Adorable. It's ready. Hold it. Eek. Yeah, I can't quite reach it. Actually, that'd be a good thing to do if I could reach it. That's probably what you have to do. How do I... This kind of looks like... No, I guess not. Guess we could move this here. Examine. Sure. What in the world is this thing? Oh boy, you even forgot what a sweet potato is? It's a roasted root vegetable. It's good. Nothing like them on a cold winter's day. They're sweet and smell delicious. These guys sure are making me want to try one. Let's get you out of here. Can I, like, do something with the headphones? Stay back. What are you going to do? You're going to hurt more poor Miss Lynn's ears. I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. You really startled her. You even made her drop her sweet potato. I know how much this girl loves her food, too. Anyways, at least her fate has changed, albeit ever so slightly. Yeah, I thought maybe we would be able to, like, startle her or something. I don't really know what this does for me, though. Other than... Let's see. Can we get to this? We can examine. We can rock this. Oh, that is good. Hold on. Oh, not quite. Hmm. Oh, you know what? Here, hold on. This probably... Oh, I screwed up. Uh-oh. I know what I have to do. It's too late now. I have to ride that. Okay, let's try again. After fate change. I know what I have to do. Okay, I need you kind of out of the way. Where should I put you? I'll put you over here-ish, I guess. We already did that. Let's do this. Do rock. Okay. Oh, look at that sweet potato. Yep. It's that big, scary sweet potato. It's not a sweet potato missile, that's Mino. Oh, right, of course. But look at them, the potato and Mino. Right now, they both have the same shape. So you're saying you could swap them, huh? Good idea, missile. Okay, here I go. I'm going to need your help. My help. Yeah. This. Swap. Swap. Oh, look, the lamppost is bending. But it hasn't broken yet. Really is a wonder that hasn't snapped. Might hold out for a little while longer. If I recall, the Temsik fragment smashed through the glass lantern on the way down. But if Mino sits firmly in the way, then fate should change. Trick time. Oh, we're not done yet? Oh, I missed my chance to... It's about time for that meteorite to come down. Don't worry, Missile. I think we're ready for it. Look what's right in the fragment's path. Oh, okay, a giant sweet potato. If anything can get in the way, it's that ugly monster. Ouch. Anyways, now the fragment's path ought to change. Let's try it. I feel like there's got to be something I missed here. There, how's that? Look, the fragment's course. It changed a little. Now Yomel's fate should really change. Wait a minute. Take another look at the fragment's trajectory. What's in its path? Oh, it's Detective Jode. No! Detective Jode! Temsik fragment shot through his leg. What? But the cruel twist of fates weren't over yet. Come on, put it down. Huh? Jode, put the gun down now. If you don't, you're going to shoot him. I don't know if it's his detective training or what, but even though he's shaking from the pain, the gun doesn't waver. Put the gun down. No! I knew it. This is my true fate. In the end, I stole his life away with my own hands. I won't let that happen. Yes, Missile. That's great. Missile, The bullet is stopped midair. I'm here inside the bullet. Now let's swap it with something. What with what? The sweet potato. The meteorite fragment is what made you pull the trigger. We won't let you become a murderer. We have to prove that murder isn't the detective's true fate. And to do that, we have to stop this bullet. There must be something with the same shape as bullet around here. Yeah. Sweet potato. Oh no, we stopped the bullet, but we still couldn't save him. That's not true. My fate is getting pierced through the back. My fate of getting pierced through the back might not have changed, but I'm still alive. What? I'm not dead, I'm just unconscious. Okay, so your fate of death has changed, but still, this fate is too painful to watch in every sense. I don't think so. As long as I'm alive, that's good enough for me. We are overlooking one thing. The wheel of fate was still slowly turning. Look out! Wake up, you gotta get out of there. And we can switch it. It's all over, out of time. Miss Lynn. It's not over yet. There isn't anything to swap with. Why don't we just let it play out and try to find another way next time? Even if she dies, all you have to do is possess her corpse. And you can redo her last 4 minutes as many times as it takes. No, I won't do that. Why not? Sure, the fact of her death will be erased, but the memory of it would remain like a scar in her psyche. I won't let it happen, not if I can help it. But what can we do now? Even if we work together. I think there might be something that can be done. What is it? What can Sissel and I do? Don't forget I'm here too. With 3 kinds of power among us, we might be able to fight this battle. The battle against fate and death. Yomel! Sissel, your power is manipulating objects. Use your power to manipulate this. Huh, I don't get it. Just trust me, let's go. Alright, I'll try to move her. Okay. Now gather your strength and make it spray as if your life depended on it. I'm dead though. In that case, make it spray as if your death depended on it. Give it your all. And remember, you only have a split second. Got it. Now it's your turn, Missile. What, me? But what can I do? I think you know the answer to that. Okay, got it. You can swap them. That hunk of concrete will go back to its original position. But even if I swap them, it'll still be right above Miss Lynn. Don't worry. Okay, I'll do it. I'll swap them. Swap. It's no use. We can't stop that horrible Mino. What can we do now? I don't see how gaining a second or two helped. Oh, it helped, all right. A few seconds are exactly what I wanted. Last up, it's my turn. Your turn. You know what my power is, right? I can manipulate living creatures. Wait a minute, you mean? That's right. I'm gonna save that little girl. Save her by manipulating my own unconscious body. Rad. Ye gods. Couldn't he have manipulated Lynn? Or would that have been too hard for him? Oh, I guess it would have been too hard for him. He did mention that she was really good at, like, avoiding being manipulated. Hey, mister, is your knee okay? Oh, I love the young Lynn face. It's really cute. Huh, oh, it'll be fine. It's just a scrape. I'm lucky it wasn't a fatal hit, but the main thing is that you're not hurt. You saved me, mister. I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you. What's your job, mister? Me, I'm a police detective. Do you think you could go call the police for me? I think you could do it quicker than I could. But... What's that? It's a detective's badge. We give them to children who have been brave. A detective's badge? Aw, how cute. Thanks. Okay, you know what to do, little detective. Are you alive? Yeah, sadly. Hang on, help's coming. What made you do such a reckless thing? To be perfectly honest, I don't really know. When it came to, my body was already moving by itself. It was as if somebody was controlling me. I see. But you know, I'm glad it happened. Hey, mister. I found this kitten. It was over there. Come to think of it, I just saw it a few minutes ago. It's probably a stray. It's kind of limp. Is it okay? I don't know. I think it's unconscious. That's funny. It doesn't look like it's injured or anything. Poor little kitty. How about I take it back to my house and look after it? Would you like to come home with me, little kitten? Yeah, the cat is definitely involved in this somewhere. Well, looks like his fate changed in a big way. Whose fate? The kitten's, of course. Sissel's. Sissel's? The name Sissel echoed through my head. That's my real name. These long, lonely 10 years, you're my one and only friend. How about it? Do you remember now? I was kind of wondering. Old friend. Heck yeah. I think I finally remember. 10 years ago, I was a little kitten that wandered into that park. I was weak and all alone in the world. Hold it. Oh, did he get pierced by a Temsic fragment as well? Somebody please look at me. Huh? Oh, a kitten. Shoo, you might get hurt. Somebody please reach a hand out to me. I had just only died at the time. I had lost everything, my life, my memory. My body wouldn't move anymore, but I still managed to reach out a hand to him. Next thing I knew, my soul had transferred to the black kittens. With no recollection of who I was, I lived as a cat with you for a while. After a while, the man regained his memory. I went back to just being a cat. And then the man got his body back. I took my body back from the morgue. There was somebody I just had to go see, just one more time. I took control of my body and hurried to her house. But I was just a little too late. I had just missed her, and she left this world. She left me with a note that says, "I'm coming to you, Yomail." The man named me Sissel. It was the name of something important he had lost, along with his life, his fiancée. He told me about it once, but I didn't understand what it was. These 10 years were very happy for me, but they weren't happy for the man, and there was nothing I could do for him. For 10 years, I wandered through the darkness with no particular place to go. As time passed, my powers gradually changed. At first, I could only manipulate small creatures and objects, but then, after a while, I could manipulate people. That's when the darkness inside of me deepened and I started to get a little twisted. I wanted light. Distorted, artificial light. When I got my revenge on Lynn, I would see that light, or at least that's what I tried to believe. I would see that light, or at least that's what I tried to believe. I left my old self buried in that junkyard and walked away. The black cat? I was possessing Sissel then. It wouldn't look very much like a murder if the corpse got up and walked away after all. So you borrowed the body of an old friend. Sissel was inside that bag I was carrying that night. I had no intention of leaving a friend behind in this country when I left. But then, when I went to possess his body, I realized something horrible. What was that? Sissel, there inside the bag, was dead. What? Oh, the first shot that missed. It hit Sissel. I wasn't able to control her completely. The first bullet didn't hit anything, or so I thought. But it did hit something, didn't it? It hit Sissel inside that bag. Yes, that's when I lost my life. Right then and there in the presence of the Temsic radiation. That's cool. And that's when I got my powers of the dead, my ghost tricks. I think I understand it now. Why I was the only one who couldn't get my memories back. And then it looked like, yeah, because he's right in front of the bag. It's because I thought the corpse was me. It was only the corpse I could see at the time, after all. But as it turns out, it wasn't the only dead body. My true death was hiding just behind the corpse. Now that I think about it, do you remember what you said? That you knew all along about me saving Lynn tonight. If you knew, why didn't you try to stop me? It's simple. Because I couldn't, even if I wanted to. Huh? Why not? Remember the thing about individual differences in the powers that we get? I can control all kinds of things, from the living to the dead. But even so, there are some things you can do that I can't. You mean I can't even rewind time, let alone change the fate of death. If I could do those things, I would have saved your life. Not only that, but I never would have just let my fiance die like that. But you're here 10 years now in the past. That's thanks to your powers. I just tagged along with you. In any case, now the starting point of this entire tragedy has changed dramatically, altering fate. The fate of your death. The kitten Sissel's fate. And I can just... What? And I can just bet that What? And I can just bet the fate of the woman you love has changed too. Oh, I see. I don't know why I had a hard time with that sentence. Yes, I believe you're right. So this was the last fate to be averted, huh? Fate averted. So Yomiel. Is that how you pronounce that? Yomiel? Yomel? I don't know. Looks like your plans for revenge ended in failure. Yes, and I'm glad too. I mean, this is a much better ending. I think I kind of understand now what you've been feeling these 10 years. She understood. She shed tears for me. That's when my revenge was over. She saved me from the darkness. Well, I guess it's time we got back. A new 10 years later was just born. Right, we should get back to our new present. I can't wait to see Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla again. So these past 10 years will all vanish. Well, not completely. The memories of us all here will remain, including the memory of what I did, my crime. That's the way this game of the dead works, huh? And no matter what the reason, there's no denying that I took Lynn hostage and tried to point a gun at her. I have no intention of running away from that either. The most inexcusable crime in my new life. Hey, Sissel. Yes? When we go back, our fates will no longer be interconnected. It will be like we never met. So before that happens, I just wanted to say one thing. Tonight, I stole away your life with my own hands. I'm truly sorry. It's already a thing of the lost past. Our fates have changed now, right, Yomiao? Thank you, Sissel. I'm so very glad I met you. Me too, Yomiao. Sissel? Are we ever going to see each other again? I couldn't stand it if we weren't. Don't worry, Missile. I bet we'll see each other again someday. 10 years from now, our paths will be sure to cross. We just have to wait until then. Sissel, I'll never forget you. I'll never forget you either, valiant little doggy. Well, it looks like you've come to live... it looks like you come to live with me now. So let's be getting home, little black cat. Home, huh? That sounds really good, Detective Jode. We all witnessed the birth of a new beginning, and now we're each going back to our own new present. We said goodbye to the parts of our stories that would be lost, believing that someday our paths would all cross again. Wait! Before you go back to a new present, I wanted to thank you. Before I cease to exist... Oh, it's you. Yes, it is I, Ray, in case you've forgotten again. Thanks to you, everything has turned out as I had hoped. I'm really grateful to you, Sissel. Thank you. But don't forget, I was only on a journey to find my own lost memories. Yes, I know that. I know all about you. Can I ask you a question, Ray? I want to know. Who exactly are you? Fair enough, I will tell you. Let me tell you about another version of tonight's events. You changed the fate of many people tonight. The first of which was hers. If you had not been there for her tonight, her fate would be to die in that lonely spot on the outskirt of town. If that had occurred, what do you suppose would have happened? Let me tell you a story. The story of a little creature. After they stole her life that night, they broke into her apartment. They stole the wooden box from the ceiling hiding place and left, and in the process, a mouse? Oh, Camilla as well? 2 little dead bodies were left behind. However, the little fellow's spirit lived on. He desperately reached his paw out towards his mistress, and that's when a miracle occurred. What? Look at that, the powers of the dead, but how? He didn't understand it himself, not yet anyways. But with all you know now, I bet you understand, don't you? Hey, wait a minute. That's right. He died inside the aura of that strange energy. But unfortunately, with his meager powers, he was unable to save his little mistress. There just wasn't anything he could do with only the power to swap objects. He needed the power to manipulate objects in order to save the little lady. The little fellow chased after the men. But there still wasn't anything he could do. In the end, he was left behind with that man in the deep, in a red. In the end, he was left behind with the man in red in the deep, deep sea. Wow, he got really far to. I mean, for a dog, come on. And then he went back to the world of 10 years before, to the moment before the man in red's death. What? He decided to wait it out. He decided to wait until that night came again. That's the other version of the story of this night. A story that has taken 10 years to be retold. So that was you, huh? It's Missile. An old Missile. That's right, I'm Missile. 10 years is a very long time in dog years. Couldn't change the fate of the people in these towns on your own, so you decided to wait those 10 years out. Exactly. And then, at last, that fateful night rolled around again. But this time I had grown old and my powers were weak. I decided I needed to find somebody to help me. Somebody who possessed different powers than me. But wait a second. You were able to manipulate that desk lamp. Over the course of the years, my powers changed. My ability to swap objects had weakened, but I became able to manipulate small objects. But in that case, why didn't you cooperate with yourself? Because I couldn't. Huh? From watching The Man in Red, found out there were individual differences in our powers. I couldn't do any of the things he could do, like travel through the telephone line, for example. What? It may not seem like much, but it's a very important power, especially if you're trying to chase somebody. There's something I don't understand. You knew from the very beginning that I had that power. How did you know so much about me? Why wouldn't I? After all, we had met before on that night, the first time around. We what? We met before? From listening to the conversation of the two intruders in the apartment, I learned that Miss Lynn had lost her life in the junkyard at the edge of town. I followed the Ghost World path to the junkyard and came upon an incredible scene. Imagine, if you will, there in the darkness, a twisting and swiveling desk lamp. Made my fur stand on end, I can tell you. That was me? So I was shot that night the first time around as well. You had lost your memory that time too. You had just died and you felt confused. You declined to cooperate with me. I did what? I just want to find my own lost memory. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. That's what you said. And then you disappeared, away over the telephone line. I'm really sorry I didn't help you. That's why I decided that this time, I would use that desire of yours to our mutual advantage. Mutual advantage? The only thing you were interested in was finding your own lost memory. If I could guide you along the right path of doing that, it would be both a benefit. It would be a benefit for us both, and namely the right path would be the path of the man in red, Yomiel. What? I gave you the information you needed to know to set you in the right direction. And then I gave you a time limit. A time limit? That's right, as you know, I said you only had until tomorrow morning. If I hadn't done that, you would have found out the truth tonight. And the man in red would have been sealed away at the bottom of the sea forever. If that would have happened, it would have been all over. Then you mean the thing about ceasing to exist? Oh, that? Completely made up. A little naughty of me, I know. But I just wanted to use your time wisely. Oh boy. I hate to admit it, but this little doggy really outsmarted me in every way. Let's just call it the wisdom that comes with age. And now it's time to say farewell. These past 10 years will cease to exist, and with them, so will I. Missile. I believed in you. I always knew you could do it, and so you did. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Missile. You waited and waited these 10 long years, all for the sake of your two ladies, Lynn and Camilla, huh? Of course, because that's what doggies do. Now farewell, Sissel. And so the story of a single night came to end. Nobody but us knew what really happened in this town this night. In the town tonight. Made my way back to a new present. I mean, the people know, too, kind of, I think, right? Huh? How come it's dark? I'll just turn on the lights here. Oh, God. Oh, there's no gun, so I guess we're okay. Aw. Hee, were you surprised? You bet I was. You nearly scared me to death. Yippee, it worked. But it's not even my birthday today. It was my mom's birthday the day before yesterday. I made this surprise for you, but it came out so well I wanted to use it again. That's alright, Lynn. After all, we're celebrating the birth of your new position as a detective, right? Really? Thank you, Detective Jode. Dad, you're home. Hi, Camilla. Let me introduce you. This is Lynn. She was just assigned to the detective division today. Hi, Camilla. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Lynn. Congratulations on becoming a detective. Huh? Something wrong? You have one of those badges too. Oh, this? Yeah? I have one just like it. My dad gave it to me the other day. But yours looks a lot older than mine, though. Haha. How long are you going to keep wearing that toy badge, Lynn? That's adorable. What's wrong with it? To me, this is the symbol of a real detective. It's been 10 years since that, hasn't it? Who would have guessed you'd actually become a detective one day? When you gave me this badge, I just knew. I knew it was my destiny somehow. Destiny, huh? And now that I'm a detective, I'll find out where that destiny will lead me. Haha, that you will, that you will. And then Sissel, cute. Oh, hello. Don't tell me you're the same little kitten. That's right, the very one. You know what? This is a very, very special cat. He's 10 years old, but he's still a kitten. Still a kitten? Yep, he never got any bigger or anything. Wow, what a mysterious little fellow. I know, right? His name is Sissel. Sissel. Seems to me I've heard that name somewhere before. I think Sissel likes you, Lynn. Aw. Oh, they even have like a character model, and you know, I thought she was just going to be like a nameless here's the wife, but no, they actually have like a design for her and everything. That's great. All right, everyone, let's start the celebration. Okay, Mom. How cute. Aw. I bet you're just like me. Your destiny led you here somehow too. And so we meet again, Sissel. Adorable. From just that single night as a human, I got a glimpse into their world, and I learned something. Their fates, their lives, they were all interconnected. Somewhere, somehow, in some way. And now, this is my new fate. My new fate. Yeah, I was gonna say, he probably has some Temsic stuck in him. They reused that. They both have the... Oh, man. I guess I really am a cat. It suits me just fine to curl up. Oh, I didn't get to read all that. And it looks like I'll have plenty to watch here for quite a while. Shu Takumi. That was great. That was awesome. I loved that. That was amazing. Yes! Inspector Cabanela. Happy birthday to our lovely Lynn. Like I said, it isn't my birthday. I love how Missile came dancing in as well. Hey, Missile, I thought I asked you to stay home and guard the fort. But birthdays are for celebrating together, with friends and loved ones. Nothing like it, baby. He has a special spaghetti eating animation. I love it. Planning Tomoyuki Oura. Okay, I'm not going to read all these. Sorry. Keisuke Yama, whatever. Oh, the guys are practicing. There, how do you like that? Not bad, huh? But definitely not good. Maybe now I can be just a great detective, just like Inspector Cabanela. What kind of example is the inspector providing for his men? Kokiki no Shida. Manami Yoshino. Yurikata Kataiwa, I think. I loved the character designs. Here's your food, gentlemen. Memory, what are you doing here? I heard you were going to be picking new members for the Special Investigation Unit today. So you took on a part-time job here again just so you could eavesdrop. Oh, you have no idea the lengths I'd go to reach my goal. Character animation, Sayuri Shintani. The animation was amazing. Like, I mean, I love the animation. I don't know. I liked it. Blah, blah, blah. I never cooked this way before. So exotic, so exciting. Turmeric, coriander. What? Sorry. Good luck with the taste testing. Oh boy, I don't think I could eat another bite. Just who exactly is this very best customer anyways? Oh, Yusuke Yamamoto. Hitomi Tsubota. Backgrounds. Kiko Nagashima. Manamu Takeda. Yeah, what happened with these two? You sure we really needed all these explosives? Not to worry, Beauty, my dear. Follow the instructions exactly. 20 kilograms of gunpowder, just like it said. Wait a minute, 20 kilograms? I thought it was 20 grams. Shigeki Takeichi, Shi Nakayama, Masao Ueda, Mayumi Yoshioka. I didn't read the last one, sorry. This is where you work, huh, Papa? She's cute too. I like her. I like all the characters, man. That's right, sweetheart. Darling husband, don't you have any ideas you could give me? You must have heard some juicy stories, some indiscretions of the minister, perhaps. Now, must you talk that way in front of our daughter? Here's to the stoogey mind of my something. Sorry. When I trip on a sentence or a word, I just lose it for the whole sentence. So if it's not paused, I lose it. Oh yeah, these guys. Do they just not know about this stuff now, and so they're just not interested in it? This deal is going quite well. I must say these grapes are really good, my man. The Yonoa is about to scrape the bottom of the sea, sir. Egads. Keep it together, man. Are you trying to give me the case of the vapors? I believe I narrowly died of fright just now. Toro Okubo. Masakazu Sugimori. Sound effects. Tsushimori. Hey, it's this dude. I love the birds. Love, peace, and pigeons. Long live rock and roll. I think that's what he said. Cute. Stop the park from charging admission. Protect the rights of those who live there. Shinori Kiwata. Ryuji Higurashi. Yoshimi Zaima. Zaima, that's an interesting surname that I don't see very often. Today's the day, you know, he's finally getting out. You know, everybody's starting to get real tired of seeing you do that. Let me show you a new dance that's been passed down in our family for generations. We do this when we have a stomachache. We call it Dance Away the Pain. Oh, I'm really interested in that one. Think you could show it to me, say, next week? You got it. Smartphone promotion. Quality assurance. Amazing. I'm glad he's still alive. Looking forward to that. 10 long years, Yomiel. Your time's up today. Young lady who always comes to visit you is waiting outside. Thank you, Sissel. Oh, and that's his picture, is a painting of Sissel. Cute. Oh, and then they more programming or more credits for this re-release, I guess. I mean, are these new things? I guess so. Oh, a lot of people involved in the... I mean, I knew they used the RE engine. That feels a bit extreme for this game. But probably, if I had to guess, the original engine just straight up wouldn't have worked on, you know, I mean, it was made for the DS, you know? DS or 3DS, I don't remember which, but still, those are very specific systems. I've done a little bit of DS programming, and it's really different from PC programming. So I imagine that whatever engine they had there just wasn't gonna cut it for this. So they probably just decided to reuse the RE engine because they had it. Speaking of RE engine, I wouldn't mind playing Resident Evil 9, I guess it is. That's a series that, like, I don't know. I'm glad it's still around. It's not really like Final Fantasy. I don't like think much of it anymore, but it's like I still enjoy it from time to time. They've been able to keep it fresh, especially with the last few entries. I don't know if the new one's going to be fresh though. Every now and then they have a few. Like 6 wasn't so good. I didn't really like 6. So Ghost Advisor, Shu Takumi. That's great. I'm glad they gave him that title. Okay. Cleared ghost trick. That was great. That was great. All right. I don't think I got all the challenges. Do I want to get all the challenges? Let's go look real quick. Let's see. Oh wow. Challenges. Let's see. This must be do a number of something. Maybe like swaps, I guess. History of the Secret Room. Avert fate without any deaths after the final change. Lead the way outside without failing. Careful of the crimson light. Oh yeah. Too much medicine. Fail by keeping the ball away from Mino. Extraordinary failure. I mean, I guess that means we have to move the ball even further away from Mino. Red light, green light. Avert fate without any deaths after the final fate change. Fail by removing a large symbol. First appearance of life. Complete all 5x5 ghost puzzles. I don't know what those are. Oh, and then we got like a bunch of things here. Let's look through these. Oh, yeah, okay. I don't really want to watch these. Cute. Oh, these must be like designs. Like, oh, we want them to look something like this. I like the final design the most. I think they went with the best one. And these are different detective designs. Again, the one they settled on, tops, best. Man, they went through a lot of revisions of her. They were getting closer and closer. It's interesting because, like, back here, like, this is just way far off from what they ended on. And I do think it's in the wrong direction. And then, like, the further they got over here, like, this, you know, these blonde ones aren't too bad over here on the left. And then, like, you know, the further we go to the right of the spectrum, I know that these smaller ones are just sized down versions of them, like, without the line art. Maybe that's to make sure they read okay, because they won't have lines in their 3D models. Actually, I wonder if that drove a lot of the decisions. Because these ones are kind of plain, and like it's sort of hard by a silhouette to just tell what's going on here, you know? I'm trying to figure out. They probably went more of a detective, like classic detective route over here on the right. Over here on the left is just really far away. I don't know, they got closer and closer as they kept going. And then, like, you know, even this is like an earlier design, you can tell, on the right. But it's closer, and it's, I don't know, I really like where they ended up. Same thing with these guys. They kept pushing it, and they kept making better and better character designs. Same thing here. I love the final character design. Oh, and these are the first designs of Sissel and Missile. First designs of the wife, disgruntled wife. Who's this supposed to be? Is this... Who is this? Is this supposed to be like the daughter? The sick daughter? Like early revisions of the sick daughter? Here's the husband, I think. Early revisions of the husband. Here's just side characters, I guess. Very early revisions of Inspector Cabanela, I guess it would be. The crazy dude in the park. They had a much more like... I mean, he's still kind of silly, but... Oh, the pigeon man. Hold on, let's go back to him. He didn't change too much. The waitress and the... Again, the waitress changed a lot too, and so did the chef. Here's Detective Jode. This is awesome. Awesome. What amazing character designs. I love these character designs, man. Very detailed. Here's how she eats. That's great. It almost looks... It almost looks like they kind of gave up with the, you know, her fitting in the, elevator thing. Like, oh, she's got to fit in there somehow. We'll figure it out. Maybe that was a part of the joke. Why they wrote that joke in, maybe. Oh, little animations for the girl. They showed the... Oh, you can hit her on the head. It just doesn't knock her out, I guess. More animations of the little sick girl. I forget her name. Did they show this lady's like hair frilling out when she gets angry? I'm curious if they detailed that in the animation notes. I love this cute, like, tied up version of a little girl. That's fun. This must be after they were a little bit more decided on the... well, I guess that makes sense. You wouldn't say how to animate them until you knew a little better how they looked. Looks like you can, like, make her fall or something. Wonder how or why or whatever. And they ended up going with the silliest one. That's great. Hmm. Pigeon Man. A bunch of like guesswork at how Inspector Cabanela is going to move. Not guesswork, but planning. Yeah, I loved how he just pulled a chair out of nowhere. That was great. It says Galacta up here. I don't know. I mean, obviously that was like just a fun temp name, but it's just kind of, I don't know, it's fun. Ooh, what was that? Hold on. They had other plans for things he could do, apparently. I guess these are just like other variations for fun. So this is just like not even smelly, they're saying down here. Because he's just made of garbage. That's cute. And this is like springy. Yeah. Pero. Pero. Little helicopter stuff. Karu. Shining. He's made of lights. Kakuman. Boruto Destomo. Huh? If I pet him, will I die? Destomo. What does Destomo mean? One. I love this. This is good. These are all just like little sketches by Takumi, I guess. Oh, this. That's okay. Okay, I think we're back at the beginning now. Oh, we gotta clear some puzzles in order to... And then there's a bunch of music, I guess. We don't need to listen to the music. There's one missing. Memories. Oh, it's the phone book. Ghost puzzles. Oh. Hold up. Oh, it's one of these, is it? I don't know that I want to do this, man. I'm not the biggest fan of these types of puzzles. Wait. Oh, you can do... Oh, that's nice of him. I don't know. See, yeah, I ain't doing this. I don't like these kinds of puzzles. Even if I sit down and try them, it's like, I don't know. Okay, that was fun. That was cute. I don't think I'm gonna do more of it. I think I've had my fill, but it was really, really good. I love the animations. I love the character designs. Music's pretty good. There's nothing that really stood out to me as like absolutely amazing, but it's memorable enough. You know what I mean? Animation, great. I think I already mentioned that though. The story was good. You know, like it's a good story. It's. I think about the only thing that I would say is like a negative of the story for me is like they introduced Beauty and God, what's the other guy's name? I don't know the other guy's name. Beauty and whatever her pseudo boyfriend, partner in crime, whatever. And they pretty much only existed to kidnap Camilla. And that's a shame because it felt like she could be a pretty good villain for at least a puzzle. So like really honestly, the only criticism, the game's amazing. Like I'm not gonna say that there's anything wrong with this game. But if there's one thing, if I had to like nitpick, I guess I would say there should have been at least one puzzle where we had to do something in the presence of Beauty and whatever his name is and like get by them, because she was pretty wise and she could like tell that there was a ghost around. You know, she had a sixth sense for it. And I wish they did something with that. I bet they maybe even wish that too. But like honestly, the way they cut it, the way they edited the story, maybe they had more of a part in the initial story. But the way that the end story played out, like they just became like these side characters that are weirdly well designed. And that's okay. They don't, you know. So there's some other characters that don't get as much screen time and they're pretty well designed too, like the evil like leader of the evil commander from the foreign nation or whatever. Like he really doesn't do much of anything, honestly. I thought we'd do more in those elaborate rooms on the submarine, but I guess not. I mean, we did do stuff on the submarine, but we didn't do anything in those like really fancy rooms with all the fancy equipment. Not really, at least. I thought we would. So, you know, there's some missed opportunities like that, but those are really like I'm nitpicking at that point. Like I thought it was really good. It felt like it had a good ending to me. You know, there's one thing that didn't. It all worked out fine in the end, but I kind of still don't really fully understand why Sissel didn't just like possess Lynn's body to move her out of the way. That seems safer, right? Possess Lynn and then get her out of the way and then nobody gets hurt. And the only reason I can come up with for why, and this is reaching a little bit, the only reason I can come up with is just that he did mention that she was really good at like resisting him and like maybe he couldn't fully control her well enough. And that's fine, I think, because they set that precedent pretty well, I think. But they should have at least addressed it in the story. They should have said like, well, why didn't you go to Lynn? Oh, well, I didn't have a second chance at this and I didn't know that I could control her. I wish they would have like expressly said that, but I guess, you know, if I could come to that conclusion myself, it's probably fine. And let me think, is there anything else that I didn't quite like about the story? I mean, it's a cute story. Like if you're gonna nitpick about anything about it, it's like what are you doing? You know, it's like, it's hard to, it's not trying to be more than it is. And it's pretty great, I think. Pretty well put together too. There are some things that do kind of suck. Like sometimes they lie to you and it was okay. Like, the fact that Missile lies to you about your time limit turns out to be a good thing because he needs you to act fast. So I'm okay with that. The thing that I feel a little weirder about is like the changing over time of people's powers. I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to think if I like that or not, because it almost feels unnecessary. It feels almost kind of unnecessary, and like it just adds complexity that didn't need to be there. Like, why couldn't it have been? Because not Sissel, Yomiel can't rewind time. He didn't have to always be evil. You know, he didn't have to always be trying to possess people. He could have initially hated it and wanted to stay away from the idea. It didn't have to be that his powers changed, you know? It could have just been that slowly over time, he, like, grew more comfortable with it because he got... It sounds so weird to say got eviler, but, like, he became less, like, happy. And he became more, like, willing to do whatever he needed to do to sort of get his life back. Like, I don't think they needed to make his powers change over time, you know? Could have just been something as simple as that. And then, you know, the same thing, like, old Missile, they're trying to justify the fact, like, why didn't he come help you on his journey? I mean, he can swap. They could have came up with something better there, I think. Like, you know, Missile went back in time with us. What would I do? Let me think. Missile went back in time with us. Yeah, that's a tough one. Because you kind of have to have this character who explains stuff to you and knows more than you, but you can't spoil him, and he has to be satisfying to learn about. And I guess the only thing I can think of, and it kind of sits thematically that the animals are the only ones who can rewind time, would be Missile. Because I guess if not everything played out like normal, Missile would just kill you. Or not kill you. Missile would die, rather. But I'm trying to think, like, is there something better they could have done there? It feels like there's gotta be. Because that's another thing I don't like, is I don't like the idea that, like, they had to make their powers weaken or change over time. Because it just doesn't feel too clean from, like, a writing perspective to me. Like, a lot of times, if you set rules up, the more you break those rules, the more you, like, introduce random things where it's like, no, it's not actually that way. Like, it sort of breaks your trust with the reader. I'm saying that because this is a story. I know we're playing the game, but, like, if you write a story and you have rules set up for things in your story, you can break them, but you got to be real careful with that. You can break or bend them. Because, like, the more you do that, the more the story just feels like nonsense, you know? And I would say, like, this all felt pretty tight to me, except for, like, the idea that powers change over time. Like, I didn't really like that. And it also didn't feel necessary. I feel like you could have come up with something else to, like, not need to introduce that wrinkle into the story. I'm okay with old Missile, I think. I can't think of anybody better for it to have been. I just don't think the reason he didn't come with you should have been that he was losing his powers. I think it should have been something else. Like, for example, you know what would have been a really good twist? Or not twist, I don't know what you'd call it. But, like, when Missile dies here, he wouldn't have lived to be able to come back in time. And so that could have been the end of him. There. You know? Like, the Missile knew that, like, there's no way he'll be able to go on with you because he, you know, it's too high of a risk because his current live self is still there and he'll die and you'll bring him back. And, you know, I don't know. They could have done something with that, maybe. I don't know. I'm just throwing crap at a wall now at this point. It doesn't matter. Anyways, you know, those are all nitpicks. I'm those are not things that make me dislike the game. But if somebody has to ask me like, what don't you like? I think those would be the things. And pretty much exclusively that. You know, another thing I would say, there were a few chapters where they just gave you like lore and backstories and there was no gameplay. That's okay. That doesn't really bug me, but it does make it feel like the game's longer than it actually is, because, and maybe that's what they were going for. But, you know, I would look and see, oh, there's like 5 chapters left. It's like, okay, but like 3 of those chapters, or no, I'd look and see there's like 6 or 7 chapters left, but like 3 or 4 of those chapters is just like lore dumps. And you don't do anything, and then you just are dumped the lore, and then you continue. So that kind of sucks. So I guess there's a few complaints I have. There's quite a few complaints I have. But it's an amazing game. So I would... man, what would I give this? Why am I rating these? I don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody's watching this. If I had to rate this, it is certainly not a 7. It's better than a 7. So the question is, how much better? It's at least an 8. So what's the difference? 10 is like perfect, and obviously it's not perfect. I had some questions. So it's between an 8 and a 9. Oh, man. That's tough. I guess I would say like 8.5. I'm gonna split the difference and just say 8.5. I don't think it's a 9 because like... why don't I think it's a 9? That's tough. It's an 8 or a 9 for sure. 7 is too low. 8 is like generally a good game, but you know, there's some problems with it. You know, so some people aren't gonna like it, or there's some parts that suck or whatever. 9 is like just a great game, like all around. You know, and like it's not perfect though. So, man, that does make it feel like a 9 then. It's like an 8 or a 9. You know what? I'm just gonna... nobody cares what I'm saying here. It's an 8 or a 9. It's an 8 or a 9. It's up there. You know, if you really need a hard number, I'll give it an 8.5. But like, man, I'm really leaning towards a 9 because I just enjoyed it that much. So, great game. Great game. Okay, I don't know what I'm gonna play next, if I'm gonna play anything next. Streaming's kind of just been a thing that I do to force myself to play games because I don't play games anymore. But I'm gonna not have as much time soon. So I know I only streamed like once a week this past few months here, but I had time to do that, and I'm actually gonna be getting kind of busy again soon. So I don't know if I'll have time to stream. But maybe I'll try. I don't know. I kind of enjoy doing it, even though nobody watches. I just think it's fun. And it's a good way to, like, force myself to play a game. Somehow, it feels like when I stream, I feel like I have to be playing a game. Or, you know, I have to continue playing the game. Or whatever. So it, like, tricks me into, into playing games. So maybe my stupid productivity brain is tricked by it somehow. Anyways, this is it for tonight. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. This was an awesome game. Great time. I enjoyed it. So, all right. Have a nice night. Later.